seconds, which isn't,
Oh, there are.
world.
Oh, they are merciless on YouTube.
All right,
Doing
session
Twitch.
is live? Question mark. Yes. Very good. Now
Yes,
the dark
master.
our plan is all coming together.
1,000 years of darkness. 1,000 years of dark.
Friendship.
1,000 years of friendship. 1,000 years of
Friendship.
friendship. They're the
Yes.
same thing, really.
Really? What type of friends are you hanging out with?
Just
Demons.
It's my camaraderie.
I mean, us. Like, this checks out.
I mean, technically, isn't that the same friends that Brandon hangs out with?
No. I don't have anything against all those friends. I just don't know them. Except Neon. He's cool.
You know a bunch of my friends.
Fair. I don't hang out with them, though.
True.
Wasn't I introduced
You know,
my cousin?
you hang out with half of them.
Wait, I do?
They're
Jack-
here.
Hi! Wait.
Hey, yes.
And Rob.
Hello there, Twitch universe. We're
Yeah,
Rob's
I
my
Well, like-
friend.
Rob's my friend too.
Fair enough.
There's enough Rob to go around. Children.
Ramon, I apologize. I count you as a close acquaintance.
That's cool.
Ramon's
We
my
my chop
friend.
liver.
Ramon is Brandon's friend.
Ramon's my anime guy. He's an anime guy.
He is the anime guy. There's not many people in this
And-
server I can talk anime with.
Oh my goodness
I'm-
gracious. One of my friends showed me
We are
a
live.
really yeah, I'm just kind of looking at something in the book right now. Showed me a really problematic, I guess, anime where I was like, oh, this is gonna make me uncomfortable, but let's
it the
go
healer?
through it. And it was really
healer one's actually pretty
surprisingly
bad.
wholesome and wonderful.
Not definitely not healer then.
No, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not.
it was called I Shaved and Adopted a High School Girl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've
It
all
was
been talking
so
about that
good.
Yeah, that one is very wholesome. Yes, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just
nice
like,
surprise.
oh, this is gonna be like the weird anime I want to boink a little girl thing, and it wasn't. It wasn't at all.
Then he
No,
sees
no, that's a
her-
different one.
Yeah, no,
Trust
he
me,
sees her
it's
and
there.
he's like, "I am not a pedophile. Get the fuck away from me, kid."
I love like the moment where he wakes up after he was drunk and she's in the house and she's just like, wait, did we? And she's like, no. And it's like, yes, good going, drunk me. Great job.
Oh, thank God, I can still keep my job.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that for the rest of the season. And it has been since Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, since I've watched a anime.
Speaking of season
live
2, Miss Kobayashi's
for the
Dragon Maid.
season.
This season,
Okay.
season 2's out.
Is it out already? I thought it was coming out.
Well, they released a mini episode that's like.
Oh,
like a
okay.
mini
I did
catalog.
see.
Oh.
I did see the mini episode, and I was just like, "This isn't season 1 yet, or season 2 yet."
I don't, well, no, it's just like I was talking to E about it because it's like my biggest complaint about it is that it's not longer.
Yeah, fair. That's one I'll probably start watching live again too. All right, we are going to get started. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. My name's Brandon Presby Kennedy. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. This is the Nobles. Saga 1, episode 32 of their campaign. Dungeons and Dragons is a role-playing game. Everything you are going to see tonight is live storytelling, and man, I should flash my notes on the screen for this session. It's like 5 lines. And so, yeah, the story can go in any direction. If you're under the age of 14 and you've been listening, as you can tell, you're going to hear content that's inappropriate for you, so please stop and talk to your parents if they don't want you viewing shenanigans like this. Beyond that, Ilderon's a world that we created. I am currently working on updating the wiki and bringing it into the 21st century. And by the 21st century, I mean the campaigns that all jump 16 years forward. You can Google search Ilderon and read all about the settings. Really cool place where gods walk among people and lots of fun. From there, let's jump into the recap, which I had open on my screen, but I closed for some reason. But I've got last session pretty much programmed to memory. Last session started on the 36th of Noble. The party went to, or was finishing up with a lunch between Arch-Arcanist Lysandia, one of the foremost renowned scholars on morality concerning extraplanar beings, and that is a huge mouthful of a title or subject matter. It's like, I study the application of ancient Greek theories to Far Eastern civilizations, and it's just like, why? Why?
Yeah, that should be shortened to an acronym. Like,
Yeah, but anyways, Oswandria, Strador, and Anderson were eating lunch with her as she answered some questions and expounded on some insights into the nature of Oswandria and what it means to be around a demon for an extended period of time. Finishing up their lunch, she dispatched of the demon that she was studying, and the party went on about their business. Or I say she, Strador dispatched of it for her. Lumilia and Kenneth went shopping. Oh, and Sergei went shopping for an Oathblade. Lumilia found one to her liking. On their way back to the university, they decided to go to a bookstore. They were then followed by two random Alonagaeans. Well, not Alonagaeans, I guess immigrants in Alonagai. As they were followed, they dipped into a bookstore that they were looking for and tried to buy a couple of novels. The two people tailing them caught up and let them know that they were a lucky selection, as they decided to bestow a work of extreme craftsmanship for them, or onto the party. Trading out Lumilia's Oathblade for the blade that they were carrying. It was a magical enchanting silver sword? No, I forget which type of...
It was a cutlass, and it was apparently made out of steel.
Okay, yeah, cutlass made out of steel. And Lumilia traded her Oathblade for it, and as they were talking, they found out more about these individuals. The tall woman's name was Tay, by the way, and the short woman's name was Enli. They both work for a guild by the name of the Bronze Scepter, and something I did want to address by the recap, I put it in a comment, but for everybody else, who goes back or who read it early, the Bronze Scepter, they found out is being investigated by the Risen, because members within the Bronze Scepter have discovered secrets of how to create Earthfire weapons, potentially without the use of an Earthfire. Earthfire crafting is not the same as Rhycraft. They are two separate things. The terrifying things where they kind of overlap is they both kind of deal heavily with life magic and I guess life and just kind of more reality. Like if you were to think of arcane magic as like electricity, Rhycraft would kind of be like quantum physics and Ilderon, as a comparison. And to some levels, I guess there is overlap. Moving beyond there, the party regrouped. Did they? Yeah, I think they regrouped, and all that they did was they got ready to... Oh, no. They regrouped, and they took a carriage ride to a pet store. Brain's all coming back to me now. At the pet store was the Aver Company, following a lead that Claw had. Claw had a lead that this Aver Company was dealing in some really strange exotic creatures. Upon stepping in and mentioning that Claw was following up on a note from Callie Estes, the man who was behind the counter, Swissel Aver, stepped back into the room and fireballed the party with a blasting rod, as he claimed that he did not like Callie Estes, and he did not like that she was snooping through their business. And after some conversation, they found out that these people have been smuggling things inside of Sky's Reach, and Kelly Estes has been making their lives hard. The things that they're smuggling are exotic creatures, and she has been either sicking the risen on them, intercepting their shipments herself, or doing what he thought the party was doing, kicking in the door and attacking members of the Aver company. That said, after the misunderstanding that the party wasn't here to do that, they talked and they made a settlement. The Aver company, Swissel, gave Claw the location of where he can pick up the creature he was interested in, and Claw put a down payment on it. The creature's going to cost him 4,400 gold, but Claw needed to pay half up front, and as collateral instead, he gave a personal signet from the Ardorian throne that he had gotten as a loot point forever ago when Ariana decked out the party for going to the Summit of Leagues. With that, the man put on his brooch as collateral, or the collateral as a brooch, and told the party to be quick about it, and that they could head to the Vault of the Crimson Wind, get the location of the warehouse, meet up with the other Aver brother who is currently on the run from the law. What's his name? Patelis.
Tatis. Oh.
Oh, wait, it might have been Tatis. Yeah, it might have been Tatis. Yeah, Patelis is the wrong one. Tatis Aver. Or Tastus Aver. And with that, the party thanked him for, I guess, the business patronage, and headed about on their way. The party has regrouped in Sky's Reach, outside the city walls in the Maphis University. Everybody is in the Windar ward. I'll put you guys in the courtyard. It is the sunset of the 36. And I need several different things. I need my Nobles cards, which should be out. Boom. I need my Sky's Reach notes, which are here in front of me. And that book is dead. Oh, all right. It is heading into the evening of the 36. You find yourselves outside of the Windar ward, waiting to make your way towards the Heroes Tower, which is attached into the city wall. The several different towers around Dila's office that overlook this area of the university are just in the distance in front of you. You all have a brief moment before you convene and you head towards Dila's office. As you remember, you were told to be here at sundown, as there would be a professor who would unpetrify Ammerian and supervise you guys as you had some questions you wanted to ask him. You have a moment to yourselves. What do you want to do? I'm sorry, my
this is what our characters are actually doing, just standing around in silence.
Okay, my headphones turned off, and I was like, "Did I miss anything?" Okay,
no.
Okay.
We're all just standing there. In
Do we have
silence.
Alessandria with us?
Would you guys have grabbed her?
I don't.
Yes.
Yes, the last time we
Yeah.
left her out of
Yeah.
something, she stole parts of our souls.
Yeah, I'll say she's there. You guys would have had time to grab her. Done with glasses. Otherwise, I was just going to roll a percentage die of what was the likelihood she came along. Fair enough. The likelihood is yes.
Well, all this question stuff is usually y'all's department, so I'll be here for healing and for Zone of Truth.
I'm just going to kind of put my arms up. I don't know what you guys are wanting to do with this. You better have an idea, because I have nothing.
Oh yeah, you weren't even there for most of it.
No!
It's very simple. I'm going to ask a 3,000-year-old man about an ancient death cult because they're going to poison the water wells.
Okay, nothing about your family?
What the? How would they know anything about? He's a
Why the
3,000-year-old
fuck do you know
man.
anything about Stadora's family, like at all?
Oh, no,
Sergey
like-
doesn't know what's
Ain't
going
that
on.
old.
It's fine.
Why would he know anything
Yeah.
about my family? My family stretches. I don't even know how many generations my family stretches back. Most of them are dead. Thanks, Mom.
Oh god, unfortunately it's not wrong.
Well, if you need me, I've got hold potion and zone of truth. I'll chill in the back until y'all are dead.
I'll also be standing on healing duty. Magic is.
So basically, who is going to be talking and asking questions?
Apparently, Stradora. Because I don't know what exactly all of this relates to the power trial.
Alright, Stradora, Kenneth, you're our smart ones. You're up. Also Andrea as well.
I have like 2 important questions I'd like to ask.
I mean,
Oh,
I'll just ask
Anderson,
anything
thank you
can
for
think of that
volunteering.
Fedora doesn't ask.
I mean, sure, Sergey. I know you didn't have the balls to do anything anyway. Anyway.
Hey. Not.
Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go now because I don't want Kai Pelden to somehow take this opportunity away from me.
Let's go.
All right. The party is going to head up. The party's going to head up into the Windar, the Hero's Tower. The guards here obviously are becoming familiar with your comings and goings, and Suandria has a room here. As you guys climb the staircase, I need to roll a percentage die. All right. I didn't set the parameters for it, so I need to re-roll it. I'm gonna say 40% chance, 1 through 40. Nice. Okay. So as you guys are climbing the stairwell, you are going to recognize that Risen member that was waiting outside of Dila's office about a day or so prior when you last came here. She is descending the stairwell, and she's going to pass you guys on it. At which point, she'll look at all of you, give you a curt nod, and she's going to...
Don't tell me Dila's back.
She's going to pause and say, if you're heading back up to the office for another request, another day of waiting, nobody here, might as well save yourself some the effort.
Wait, nobody's there?
I mean, we have an appointment, but...
She's going to say, a professor came up while I was waiting, but the headmistress is still out.
Oh. We have to talk with that professor.
She's gonna nod and keep walking downstairs and say, Ilderon.
Ilderon.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. Anyways, yeah, you guys pass her. Heading into the office, you can see, you can see there is a, Okay, you can see there is a man. He's got a list he's got a roll of parchment that he is reading from. On the ground, you can see he has inscribed some sort of glyph. It is glowing, and he is creating another one not very far from it. As you guys enter the office, he's going to look up and say, "Ah! All right, let's get this out of the way. I owe Kai Peladin a debt and a favor. And I'm to unpetrify this man for you."
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He is going to nod and say, "Professor Entius."
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Yeah.
He's going to look at the statue and say, "I didn't even know this was a person in here. All these precautions for someone like this gives me the shivers. I feel like he should be in the vault. He should be in the vault of the damned."
Well, he's not, so.
He's in the hero's tower. He's a hero.
But also a criminal.
Some of the best heroes are criminals.
The
Not
man-
wrong there.
Mm-hmm.
The man is going to read over the list again and say, "Okay, glyph, gate, okay, greater west. Okay, I've got this. All right, are you all ready?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, as ready as I can be.
All right. As you... Oh, there was something I forgot.
What pose is he in?
What
'Cause
pose?
was it Ammerian? Yeah, because wasn't he last petrified in mid-argument with Dila?
He was. But, she can also animate statues.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's how she
Everything about
moves
Dila.
them place to place.
That's everything about Dila is terrifying.
I can just
Yeah,
see
looking
him,
at the
hands on
statue,
his
he's... Oh, go ahead, Ramon.
So I could just see him, hands on his waist, looking heroic. Yes, a hero.
Secretly inside, that bitch.
All right, let's see. Need to see something. E,
Yeah?
give me a perception check.
Okay then.
Ah, I'm scared.
This is retroactive. This was something I missed.
Okay.
Fear still present.
I got exactly my passive. Wow.
Passive perception is 22?
He is observant.
Yes.
Hell!
Something strikes you. Just a little bit. As you guys are walking by, the risen member on the stairs. Obviously you're in a spiraling stairwell. It's the evening. The sun is setting in the distance. Everything's just a little dim and different about this corridor. But as you guys pass each other and you keep walking, your initial assumption kind of hits you. You don't think this woman has a shadow, the one you guys passed earlier.
Oh my god, no.
That said, we are...
Ramon, it's coming back on us.
I thought we already knew that.
That has nothing to do with this guy in this room or anything. I just forgot to check that for you earlier, because on my card I have you at 20 passive perception, not 22.
Our proficiency bonus went up when we leveled up to 9.
Yeah, so I just updated my card.
Yeah. So Claw's been seeing a lot more.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyways,
Ah.
it gives you the shivers, but you're in a weird magical nation, so people do weird magical stuff.
Do you bring that up at all?
On our way up, he might ask, is it normal for someone to not have a shadow?
Yeah, she's a doppelganger.
She was a vampire.
Get learnt, Claw.
You know,
Like a
I think
doppelganger?
my dad told me so. Is that, are those the people that are literally shadows that can copy anybody?
Cool.
Look, I don't know the science.
Yeah.
'Cause
Anybody
I think
can
my
roll a
dad
history
mentioned he
check
fought
on
one.
it if you guys want.
But doppelgangers don't have shadows because they're
Nope.
the animated personifications of Brindori Shadow Knights.
What?
What if my dad said he fought one?
Oh, I got history, so I'll do it.
How much does Claw know about doppelgangers?
Why do I know so
Apparently
much about
Apparently a lot.
Oh, I want to stress before Brandon starts telling you things. You can roll a 20 and still have Brandon turn around and be like, doppelgangers are things.
Yeah. I'll go from the bottom up. Lumilia. You've read about them in children's stories. People who can take the face of others and, be good, or they might be lurking. For Jackal at 12, again, you've heard hearsay of them on the streets of Ardor, but it's more of like a distant rumor thing of people think doppelgangers were kind of involved in the shenanigans with the magnate being appointed, but it's kind of like ghost stories, which, like, ghosts exist, but they're in the far other part of the world. And
Ghost
then
on Falcon.
yeah.
Also at Alma's church.
Moving up to
Zombies
Kenneth.
and ghosts are very different.
Yeah. Moving up to Kenneth. Kenneth, you have a little bit more tangible information that there are a couple of these things lurking inside of Ardor Sarai, maybe even having dealings with your mother. However, they are incredibly rare, as the secrets on how to create them or where they come from is pretty much a breezy mystery for most people. They just kind of show up. And Sergey, I'm going to put you at the same tier as Kenneth. But additionally, Sergey knows that most of the time when he's got to deal with these things, they come up with crimes dealing with Dorai and elves.
Alright.
E for Claw, I'm going to put him at the same tier as everybody else, and then give him the additional set of information that on creating these, it is a elven secret on creating these doppelgangers, but they are animated shadows given far more sentience and power than simply like a shade or a specter.
Okay. Alright. Huh. Always startling to see one. I'm gonna keep my nose out then. And my eyes. Alright.
That's something else to worry about. Let's just focus on this.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are waiting for Professor Entias to finish, he is going to take a spell scroll out, and he will cast it. He is a bard, so he's got to make an ability modifying or ability check for, let's see. He rolled an 8. He's got to hit what, 16 on this?
For greater restoration?
Yeah, or is it 15?
Oh, does he not have the... Can he not...
Well,
Is he not that high?
It is
Is
on.
he not-
He can cast these high spells, so yeah, he actually doesn't have to roll for it. He simply uses it. Never mind. Because he can cast 8th and 9th level spells. All right.
Damn.
So he is going to simply cast it from the scroll, and you all are going to see the stone on Ammerian's face, and working out from his chest until his whole body. It becomes flesh, stone to flesh. Before you is a bronze, a little Nagian man. His expression instantly turns from the stoic look to one of riotous laughter, and he's going to and he's mid-sentence as he says, and if she did anything to maintain her memory, then she... Wait. Damn it. As he looks around.
Hi.
Greetings.
I believe we caught you in a very extended bad time.
I knew it. I knew it. He is petrified in mid-conversation. There's no way he's been petrified in mid-conversation for 3,000 years.
At which point, he's going to say, all right, where is she?
Tila Galkin.
Professor Antias steps up and says, hold on, there's one last spell I need to cast. And he's going to look at the list and okay, it's a contingency, and I've got to, okay. And the man is going to say, yep, you make sure you get that one cast. Dila's and Galkin? Who said I can be on Petrified?
I think Tila did, but I think Kypeldon sent her ascending to get the permission.
He
I'm
nods.
I don't know if you know who
That he's
Kypeldon is.
aware of
Frankly, I don't know what
how
all you
far out of
know.
the loop right now. What?
I ask him, what year is it? Like, what is he thinking?
He
Why
points.
does he know?
He points to
Well, no.
himself and say, let's see, 2046 or 1046.
Okay.
What year is it now?
Yeah, that's the... Like,
It's 1023. Or wait,
No,
hold
he's actually
on.
not been-
It's
It's 10:30.
oh wait, yeah, it's 1030. Because it's 1014 plus 16 years. Yeah, it's 1030. 1030.
Okay, he's actually not been petrified as long as I thought he was.
Didn't he say 1046?
Yeah.
It's only like a few.
He thinks it's the future, or does yours count down?
I think it's counting down.
No.
Well,
In what calendar do we count down?
you know what? The guy in front of you can answer as you guys like start asking each
Bicker.
other. He's gonna say, "I get 1 day of freedom every 50 years." It's 50 years ago,
Oh,
I was petrified.
okay.
the last time you were free was
Oh.
996. Also, haha, he's been freed intermittently. It's 1030.
He's going to put his eyebrows together and say, strange occurrences. That business with Jin Prius, you remember it all?
Yeah,
How did it conclude?
he's dead.
He's
I actually
going
don't know
to-
what the family. I don't know what the line is, and I don't know what my dad would have said. So I'm going with dead.
He's just dead.
Jim
Last I
Prius is
heard,
like a
dead.
shadow monster trapped in the Shadowfell, but like I don't know if I'd know that.
Plus,
I mean, I think it would have been like, just shut up and eat your eggs.
Yeah.
They're good eggs, Stadora. Just eat your eggs.
All right. He's going to adjust his clothes and say, "Oh, fortuitous circumstances. Fortuitous indeed."
Yeah, it was a whole
So,
to-do.
Why was I unpetrified?
Because you know stuff about the daughters again, do I?
Ah, okay. Information, of course. At which point, the gemstone in Professor Tyus's hand is going to turn to dust as his spell completes. And he's going to say, "Ha! All right, there we go. All the contingencies are in place."
Thank you.
He's going to nod, and Ammerian is going to say, and you know the final one, you're supposed to get me to cast that in exchange for the 1 day of freedom. He is going to stop and look at the list and say, wait, what? Ammerian says, I'm going to kill myself.
Don't.
And
Old
Professor
person,
Antias.
Yeah.
Professor Antias teleports to the center of the room, at which point the other glyph on the floor goes off, and he is pulled through a gate.
What?
I don't know.
What?
He looks...
It's one of the contingencies, isn't it? Because, like, if you kill yourself, you don't go back to being a statue, and it defeats the whole purpose of your penance.
So he just threw himself back into a statue.
He nods.
Wait, so the professor got teleported away?
Yes, he casts the contingency on himself. Ammerian is going to nod and say, all right, I'll see you kids later.
No, you're staying here.
Buddy.
Old person.
I
Yeah.
have questions and concerns.
Lumilia, you're casting Hold Person?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was going to personally hold them.
Alright. Give me a second, Aroni. Let's see.
In place. Like, what is he having to grab?
Somatic. Okay. He is going to look at Lumilia and chuckle as he interrupts your spell. A snap of arcane magic flashes in your face, canceling your casting of, or interrupting your casting of Hold Person. He has counter-spelled you.
Well, that's just rude.
Is there anything heavy that I can smash over the head of him?
There's another statue next to him.
There is a lot in this room, but before we do, Ammerian begins chuckling and says, kids, I would step down if I was you. He enters the initiative order as he begins casting another spell. If you guys want to enter initiative, you can, or you can get out of the way.
I am.
Always get a 9. Do I still lose a spell slot if it's counterspelled?
We are
yes,
not doing
you
good.
do.
Okay, cool. This does not bode well.
All right.
And I should mention where I'm near a object I can grab and use as a weapon.
How does Kenneth get a .2?
I mean,
He just has a tiebreaker.
I don't want to kill him. I want to knock him out.
There's non-lethal damage. Your weapon is still better than some like random chair.
All right.
Fair enough.
He's going to say, I guess I got to work without a focus. At which point,
I have an
he...
extra focus.
Huh? You gonna give it to him?
No.
So
check
nice.
that focus.
Nice, considerate girl.
But I do have 2.
Throw him out the window now.
No, we don't want to kill him.
Well, unless he comes and yanks them off of my neck, he's not gonna take them.
All right. He is
see
a
them?
intelligent person, so how about we can do this visually, I guess. Or we can do this cinematically until the need for a grid arrives. The one thing I need to know is who is closest and furthest from Stradora. And if not, I can roll probability chances on it just to keep
I
it fair.
believe Claw, Sergey, and I had agreed to stay in the back, so we're probably
Yeah.
the furthest away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be closer up front since I was gonna be like, yeah, whatever questions Fedora didn't answer or didn't ask or whatever I think up would follow up.
All right. As he casts a spell, the magic is going to shimmer and dissipate. Lumilia and Sergey, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Is it me being charmed?
Let us see. You do have advantage on things against you being charmed, don't you?
Yeah, actually, I thought I couldn't be charmed.
No, you can be
No,
charmed.
you have advantage.
Because you're my aura.
Huh?
Anybody in my aura can't be charmed.
It
Oh,
is.
okay, like, I'm just immune. I don't even need Stadora's aura. I'm immune to charm too.
Yeah, like my race itself.
Just saying, you're not special.
No, you're resistant. You're not.
Yeah, you have advantage on it.
Oh, okay. Guess I was looking at the player's handbook for a little too long there. Wisdom.
Okay, what are you, half elf or full elf?
Yeah.
All right. You.
But I
are-
got that 20 anyways!
You are going
Everyone
to
today.
get a. That is fan flipping tastic. At which point, let's see.
Back to normal.
He is.
Wait, now that he's failed, the fireball comes.
He is going to say to Lumilia, and say, "If your friends try anything, slit your throat." Lumilia, you feel incredibly compelled to obey this man's words.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my sword.
Oh god!
All right.
Oh.
At which case,
Oh,
he looks
no.
at the rest of the party, bows, and he is going to walk out of the room.
I do want it to be noted I pull out my enchanted sword.
Oh fuck.
It is a
God.
bonus
The only
action to
blade I
focus
have.
it on. Yeah, someone.
Yeah, I know.
Do I have things to help? Let's see.
All right. It is the 14 initiative round. He has walked
if
to
he
the
wa-
doorway.
Oh well, I was about
Well,
to say,
we're
like, if he
from
walks
the door.
past us, like
Does Sergey
I mean-
try and stop him?
attack
Look,
of
he did.
opportunity.
You didn't charm me, so guess what, mother?
But she'll slit her
I'm
own
fine with
throat.
this.
Well, hold on.
Well, who's to say I don't tackle him?
Okay, but how does that stop Lumilia? Because he just, like... I don't know what spell he specifically used. But, like, you know, she now is compelled to slit her own throat if we try anything. Like, he doesn't have to lift a finger.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sergey, you can't grapple on an attack of opportunity, but you do have the chance to take one if you want to.
I'm going to just simply lock the door. I'm like,
That's doing something, though.
oh fuck, god damn it. Basically, I only try to talk to him instead of doing that. I only ask him, whoa. Listen here. We can still talk. We all have questions now. What the hell are you doing? Stop this. Do you really want to be put back in that stone sarcophagus?
I mean, he's going to be put back regardless, but, you know.
Yeah. Would he rather lose any chance of getting a free day?
He will respond on his turn. You can roll me a persuasion check if you want to. Or you
Okay,
can hold your action.
Would I have just normal?
Yep.
Okay. Fuck.
Okay. It is Kenneth. Wait, it's not your turn. I'll let you say that with your reaction instead of taking the opportunity attack. But that persuasion check doesn't count for anything. Can't make a persuasion check on a reaction.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was just like,
Okay.
why do we give Sergey a turn? Kenneth, it's your turn at the 14 initiative. Sergey and him are talking at the door. He doesn't seem interested.
Yeah, I guess I'll just hold because I can't do anything. I'm not near Lumilia. The only person that could stop her if we did anything would be Sergey.
Or Claw.
Yeah.
Or Claw. One of them two would have to hold her down so she doesn't slit her throat. So I'm afraid to take action until I know they are
Safe.
able to do something.
I
Alright.
love
I'll
being
hold.
used against my friends. This is fun.
It is...
What is Aussie doing?
Oh god, also Andrea's in this combat.
Yeah.
Also Andrea has rolled a 4 on initiative. She is a little bit shocked.
And Anderson's still last. Oh.
Alright, it's the 9 count of initiative. Lumilia, you ready in action to slit your throat if your friends try anything on your turn?
Yep.
It is Claw's turn.
Sorry, I was muted. He's going to glare at Ammerian and state, "We just wanted to talk and be able to help people before things get too out of hand." And he's going to try... This isn't a persuasion, this was just a statement he was saying. And he's going to try and stop Lumilia from slitting her own throat. He is doing an action to do so, basically grabbing onto her hands, looking in her eyes, and say, "Snap out of it." And
Okay.
can I try?
So what you're doing is a disarm attempt. It is a contested check against Lumilia to disarm her of her weapon. You will have to roll me a strength saving throw. Lumilia, you can...
Does that have to be the strength? I think.
No, yeah, disarm is a... Well, wait, I think it's a weapon attack. Let me... Oof! Gosh, we're using obscure rules. I've got it open in the DMG. Just give me
Obscure
like
rules.
2 seconds.
Think you can
Disarm's
take me, Claw?
271.
I want to say you can use athletics or pure strength. I'm not sure.
Alright, let's see. 271, disarm. A creature can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon or another item from a target's grasp. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by the target's athletics or dexterity acrobatics check. If the attacker wins the contest, the attack causes no damage or other ill effect, but the defender drops the item. The attacker has disadvantage on its roll if the target is holding the item with 2 or more hands. The target has advantage on its ability check if it is larger than the attacking creature, or disadvantage if it is smaller. Okay, so I'm going to say you wield a cutlass with one hand. Lumilia has got one hand on the weapon. You guys are both medium creatures. It would be a normal check for her.
Well, wait. Which hand is she wielding it in? 'Cause
She's proficient with both.
It doesn't matter what
Okay.
hand, Sergey!
Lumilia is right-handed,
well,
though.
who's to say I don't come in and help?
It doesn't
you are,
matter, Sergey,
so-
because you already did your turn. And
No,
also
you
that's
haven't,
reactionary.
you haven't did
Oh.
your turn yet. But
Oh,
yeah,
it's reactionary.
yeah. So, all right, Claw. It is a disarming attempt. You use a weapon attack contested by Lumilia's strength or acrobatics.
Alright. I'm going to use, because this is close quarters, it makes sense, I'm going to use this, basically the butt end of my scimitar.
I'm going to use strength because I want to lose.
Good
Damn
God.
it!
I'm going to use strength because I want to lose.
All right,
Yeah, Becky.
Lumilia. You coup de grace yourself. You are going to take lethal damage.
Joy!
You. This is how this will work. Okay.
Yep.
I wanted to
You-
do something, but no, I had to roll last. All right.
The first turn, you're going to lose your ability to speak. and then I'll give you 1 round of suffocation, and then you'll be rolling death saving throws after that.
Okay.
All right. Lumilia cuts her throat. Blood starts pouring from her neck. Oh.
I can't do an act. Wait, actually, I can't.
You've already used your action.
That's an action.
No, hold on. I'm double checking if this is a. It's a bonus.
By
It's an
my
action.
ability to speak.
Yeah. So you used your
I know.
how your turn went. You used your standard action to take an attack action. You used your first attack. I'm pretty sure you only get 1 attack to
I have
make a
2
disarming
attacks.
attempt. You have a second
I have 2
attack, but it doesn't.
I have 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because her triggered action would have gone off by the first attempt failed.
All right.
The only other thing I could ask is if I could replace my second attack with basically getting in her way of her own slitting with my hand because I have 2 attacks. She only has 1.
I would normally say yes, but her action was a readied action, so it happens as a reaction and interrupts your action. So
Fair enough. I had to at least give it a shot.
Really, from the timing, that's what you were doing with your disarm attempt, if you think about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Blue contract.
All right. It is.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at that blue contract comment. Oh, we got a blue contract. That means she doesn't owe the life debt on herself.
No, but actually, this is technically a public place because there's 6 of us.
Oh God! It is illegal
Just gotta
to die
pick you-
here.
Just grab you by the neck. You're not. It's illegal to die here.
Yeah, I have to do what? 2 days
Slap
in the
life
labor
back
camp for
into
this?
you. Oh, it's
All
my
right.
turn, isn't it?
It is Stradora's turn at 8. Or no.
Okay.
No, yes.
Okay, I have questions
Yes.
for the purposes of this. How far away am I from Ammerian?
He has left Sergei's threatened square, provoking an attack of opportunity. I'll say he is in the hallway. The hallway is about 10 feet long before the stairwell. So he's 5 feet from the door at the top of the stairwell.
How far is it from me?
You guys
That
were
was
in
the
the center of
question.
her office. I'll say 30 feet.
Okay, so I'd have to use my full movement to get to him.
Or you know what? I will say I'm gonna throw you a bone, Rob. You guys, he was in front of you guys. I'm gonna put you 10 feet away from him. You're 20 feet away from him because you were further back in the room.
Okay, where's Lumilia relative to all of that?
She is on the floor from you, inside the doorway. I would say, yeah, I would say.
Okay, so here's my fundamental question, just so I don't have to keep asking questions so we're on
Okay.
the same page. Can I get to Lumilia and get in front of him without taking an action? So no dashing.
Yes.
Okay. So, because my plan is to go to Lumilia, boom, 10 points of lay on hands. I assume that stabilizes.
Okay.
That's another question.
You're going to mend
what's
her
up,
cootie
please?
grog throat.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm still taking away Lumilia's ability to speak for 1 round.
That's fine, as long
Fair
as
enough.
I'm interrupting the other parts.
Yeah, basically.
I will take a
keeping her from
speechless.
choking
I
on
will
her
take
own
a
blood.
temporarily speechless Lumilia over a dead one.
I'd take a permanently speechless Amelia over a dead one.
See, so
Yeah.
like, I think the trade-off is fine here. And then I will stand in front of Ammerian. I'm going to take out my cursed god sword, because we've officially escalated to cursed god sword territory.
Yeah, even I'm like, you know what? Fuck the blue contract. Let's burn it.
Oh no! I failed! The bloodlust is consuming me!
All right.
Wait,
11 on a natural 1, really?
yeah, I have a plus 10.
Jesus. All right.
All right.
I think I have normal inspiration. I'm not sure.
Okay. I don't know your inspirations. I can look through the recaps because it's important at this moment. One of the other rules, if anybody does have it, though, before I tell you the results of a check, somebody else is welcome to give you inspiration.
Yeah, I have inspiration. I just don't know what type of inspiration it is.
I only have 2 15 feet of movement speed inspirations.
Rob,
I
I want
can't
this to
remember
turn
what
out
mine
well.
was.
and I got inspiration last time. So
I
Have
actually
at it.
do have a normal inspiration.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you
what I
wanna
think
give
I
up-
have
Okay,
to.
who? One of you is giving it to me. I would like you to figure out who, just for the purposes of bookkeeping.
Well, how often are
What do
you
you want,
using
Jack?
yours?
I mean, I've never used mine, so you can have it.
okay, there it goes.
I'll-
All right,
Okay.
re-roll.
I believe the bloodlust is still consuming me.
All right, it is.
Someone else!
I think I have it written down somewhere. I forget what the DC is, but I'm pretty sure it's like 16.
Yeah, I can check for you. All right, Stradora, you stand in front of Ammerian. You find yourself unable to sheath Stormbreak. If you don't find a solution to this, I will take over your character in a few minutes' time.
Oh wow, I'm gonna go full actual bloodlust. I thought I kept like more control over my body.
For the purposes of players, I let you guys kind of decide who you want to kill, but at some point, Stormbreak wants to be satiated.
Fuck it,
let's
go on, Ammerian!
see real quick. I can get you. I'm gonna
I'd like
just
to note
double
that
check
we can't
that.
kill Ammerian. He needs to be put in stone. If we kill him, that's basically freeing him because he can just come back. Like
All right.
we want him in the stone.
All right,
so
then
we
we
actually
find
do
that-
not want to
that-
kill him.
Okay.
Stormbreak's DC is 16. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I figured.
You find yourself unable to sheath the sword until you've claimed a life.
Oh my god, why is everything...
You stand in front of him, and all right, what's he gonna do? That is the 8th round of initiative. Sergey at the 6th round of initiative.
Oh,
Ammerian has stopped at the stairwell.
I am going to. Well, I'm assuming that there's like a little ledge overlooking the stairwell.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hallway. The stairs are about 10 feet wide, and they spiral
Okay.
down.
All right. Oh, I'm
Stradora
assuming
and Ammerian
I
are-
can basically run past him, jump over that little ledge, and end up in front of him. No.
I mean, you can just move around him and join Stradora.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll do that with rapier drawn.
All right.
And a shield.
Well,
What?
nothing.
Ooh.
So.
Does he fight kids?
Kids are gonna fight him at this
Question-
point because I'm magically compelled to.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait a minute.
He is going to. Oh, Sergey, do you do anything else with your action?
Well, I'm assuming I'm running past him. Wouldn't that provoke attack of opportunity?
Not if you don't leave his his
Line of sight.
Question: Did
threatened
he leave
square.
my threatened square? And how much impulse control do I still have?
You feel your hand gripped around Stormbreak. You can control where you direct it, but the fury inside of it is not letting you put it away.
Okay, so I still have impulse control.
Yes.
I just have a deep need to kill.
Yes. That said, let's see where we at in this. Sergey, what are you doing with your action?
I'm gonna join Stradora
Okay.
and begin to body block or mirror.
All right.
Hoping God can and Claw can.
Could I suggest a readied action?
Yeah, I'm also going ready at this time.
Well, you can. What are you readying? Otherwise, one of the suggestions I was going to make was just taking the dodge action. You're not really sure what he's capable of.
You know what? I'll do the dodge.
Okay. That is the 6 initiative count. At the 4 initiative count, we have Andrea. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and pull
Like,
her
as a
character sheet up.
reaction, can I say, "Let it rip, boys"? Like, as a, we're going to burn that blue contract.
All right.
Again, we can't kill him.
Andrea is going to begin casting a spell. At which point, as he hears her start chanting, he turns and says, "Nope!" As he snaps, and another flash of magic stuns her briefly, interrupting her cast. She's been counterspelled. That is... does she run forward? I guess she would run forward to help Lumilia after that, as she helps Lumilia up.
Does Cone of Silence require verbal communication?
Does Cone of Silence? Silence. Silence...
Well, does it require to be spoken?
Silence requires to be spoken. Counterspell does not.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. That is... his turn. It is Anderson's turn. Bottom of the initiative round. Are you there, Jackal?
I didn't realize I was muted. I'm gonna do one last appeal. As I'm gonna step out, it's like, listen, I don't care where you go, but we just need a few questions answered, just a few minutes of your time. And then you can just go where the hell you want. But
Roll
please,
me
this
a
is really
persuasion
important.
check.
Mention Merlin.
I don't think Mertlin would be helpful.
Well, maybe he might
The
know.
dice is not with me tonight. All right.
Well, maybe he knew him.
All right.
Well, I want to ask him if he knew him, but like, I'm just trying to get him to stay right now.
As you make a heartfelt plea at the door, standing in front of Stradora and Sergei, he is going to exhale and say, "You know, you should have just really tended to your friend back there on the floor. I'm trying to be out of here before the vampire wakes up. One question."
Wait, the what?
The jokes.
Wait, vampire?
Okay.
Oh my god!
No.
I hate everybody.
I know what.
I'm so glad I've given into my bloodlust. I can finally kill one of you.
I honestly am pissed off as well, because I know the vampire.
Yeah, I remembered, okay? God.
It was one question.
He has held his action.
So wait, you were going to say something else?
Like, my character knows now. Out of character, me did not. For a second,
Okay,
now I remember.
You guys have all met Effie before. You are aware she lurks this tower.
We remember.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I forgot she was here. Anyway.
It was a moment in my brain that just lapsed, okay?
So, did he say anything else? Because like a lot of people were like talking over you, and I couldn't. hear.
He exhaled and said, "You should have just tended to your friend on the floor over there. I'm trying to be out of here before the vampire wakes up. One question." Your persuasion check was for how much he listens to you. He listens to you, but barely at all. If you would have gotten higher, he might have given you more questions.
Yeah, I'm looking for the recap because like I'm looking for the questions.
If
Brandon has some in the nobles section if you need something to ask him, Jackal.
Yeah, well, because I'm trying to think. Well, because there's my personal question, but I think we should ask like maybe one of the more important questions.
If we want to step out of initiative order, we can, as everybody's in a brief hold, and we can come back to initiative if things get.
I'm opening the
real tense.
recap. Sorry.
Well, things are gonna get a little tense because I got the bloodlust.
That's fair.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be an issue.
And Claw's thinking of doing something really stupid.
And nobody knows I've got the bloodlust.
I mean, we already had why are you statue answered. I mean, I think the one that I'm going to care about, but I also think is important, is do you know what happened to Ammerian?
Oh wait, he is Ammerian. So you're asking what happened to him?
Oh, that's what the land. That's what.
Okay. Ammerian is the person. Ammerian's the land.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. All right. As you guys wait, he's going to stop and think for a moment and say, "Yeah, I do." The place was where I lived. Dila taught there.
Dila was also there?
He nods and says, Dila's been a lot of places.
Dila's older than recorded time.
I don't know this.
She's 23 plus history. All of history plus 23 years old. He's going to, what's he say? I'm sorry, I need to just put my brain together. And he's going to, let's say, it was unlike anything you've ever seen. People shifted. They lost their humanity, their spark from the goddess. Their souls changed. They became demonic monstrosities. Followed a voice that nobody could ever see. A will that nobody could ever understand. Destroyed the whole place. Or, I'm sorry, a voice nobody could hear, and a will nobody could understand. Destroyed the entire place.
A voice nobody can hear.
No one can follow.
I feel like Martlin would know that better.
Yeah.
Maybe like a more pointed question for him. Well, I mean, but that's all I'm going to get out of him, as he's like turning to go.
Let's see. How amenable is he? He's
Do I have time for one more question? Because I have a follow-up if there is.
You know, I'll roll him a curiosity check. I'm gonna say
mostly like, why do you know
it
this?
is a 20% chance, 1 through 20, that he has curiosity into why you're interested in an ancient lost nation. Whereas 21 through 100, he really wants to get the flip out of here before Effie hears anything. 27. At that, he's going to say, and with that, I'll pay you all adieu. I do not want to tangle with her other pets.
Who is Iondale?
You shout that at him?
Yes.
He's going to chuckle and say, the first lesson I'll give all of you, and consider me your teacher, for working with Dila, you have to be ready for threats. You have to expect threats that you were never prepared for. And most of the time, those are going to come from the people standing right next to you.
Yeah, also, do you know how to cast Remove Curse?
Oh, wait, Can you not put that away?
I've got the Bloodlust.
God, how nice is he feeling? You
turns full Canadian.
I'll be feeling really nice because I gotta take a life, asshole, and there's only one person in this room. 2 people I want to kill.
Brandon, I want to
Rob,
state this.
you are in luck. Does not need an arcane focus.
I have a spare.
He is.
You have a spare divine focus.
Oh, good point.
He is going to hold his hand out and say, if you kids try anything else, I will not be as nice. Don't tangle with magic you don't understand. He puts a hand on Stradora's shoulder and casts Remove Curse. Stradora, your attunement to Stormbreak is broken.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll have to redo that. It's whatever.
I mean, my life is magic I don't understand. I have another soul with me.
Look, I understand this stupid sword. Maybe if stupid 3,000-year-old assholes didn't hold up their end of their free day, I wouldn't have to try and use a goddamn sword from the gatekeeper to keep you in line.
His interest.
Okay, hold on. I have to think now. Rob, how about this? Give me a charisma check.
Well, those have gone swimmingly today. Like a charisma save. Like, what am I applying here? The flat, no proficiency charisma check.
There are factors I need to consider in this combat encounter. Based on how well Stradora is communicating, I just need to know essentially what's echoing and what's going where.
Well, I mostly need to just... It was more just like... I can roll you a d20, I just don't know what pluses to put on it.
Yeah, just make me a d20 plus your charisma.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna put that 40... Okay, cool. We are good. As he removes the curse from you, it is... We're technically in initiative, and he has now spent his turn. He puts his hands up, not up in surrender, but kind of like the raptor walk of things are on pins and needles, as he moves down the stairs, taking a step out of your threatened space. Do you take an attack of opportunity?
No.
Okay, does anybody else want to do anything in initiative before we end initiative?
I need to just,
do I get another chance to talk?
I was about to say, like, the only other thing I'd want to do is more communications, which isn't initiative, so.
I mean, you guys... okay. How about this? Roll me an intelligence check for Anderson. Anderson, you're a big, dumb, smart guy. He doesn't want to be here. That doesn't mean you can't be with him.
I was actually going to that exact route.
I was going to say, it's like...
I just don't know if it's my turn to talk.
Well, I was just asking if you guys wanted to do anything initiative-wise. We're moving out of initiative. He's not gone, but
I said, since we're
leaving. Yeah.
Like,
it's like, I mean, if you don't want to stay here,
I don't want to hit him.
I want more questions. How about we walk and talk?
Yeah, if I buy you drinks, will you answer my questions?
I think...
I am tending
You know what?
to Lumilia because I can't say anything
how
else.
I know this place, right? Well, I have several questions because I want to know more about this place and the person that I got this information from.
Rob, as Stradora says that, his face is gonna tilt, and I want you to imagine that Samuel L. Jackson gif. That's shit. That's all you had to say.
Also, this is the first time I've ever heard you swore, Brandon. How long have I been in this
He's going to say, well, if they're still open, I know a good place in Honor's Reach.
Cool, this works for me.
Hold it. I point to Lumia. Let's get her fixed first.
She is
I mean,
fixed.
Claw's on that.
Or, like,
Yes.
mildly fixed. I used
Well,
lay on
let's get her
hand.
fixed faster.
I took her out of the danger zone.
Sergey, you all go deal with them. Lumilia and I'm planning on.
He's going to say, no, you all keep your voice down.
Yeah, whatever, blah, blah,
sir.
blah, the vampire. I already did the
She's
bit with the vampire.
nocturnal.
Well, she's a Terrorite, they don't sleep.
And he is
I
going
mean,
to proceed down and out of the tower. There are 2 mage guards there. What's he going to do about them? He's got another 7th level spell slot.
Oh no.
I mean, are they gonna do anything about it? Do they keep, like, accurate records? Like, wait a minute, those assholes came in here with 7 people, now they have 8.
Let's roll.
Am I able to leave? Like, can I walk and do things and just can't talk?
Yeah, no, you're good. I only took away your ability
That's
to
why I
speak
was kind of,
while
like, weirded
you're-
out. They, like, act like you're paralyzed or something. I'm like, you just can't
Yeah.
talk. I did the Heelys.
So here's what happened.
I want-
You had your throat.
Quick.
You slit your own throat. Your trachea and everything. You don't have the ability to talk. But you were also drowning on your blood. Stradora healed all of the physical damage. Unfortunately, you still have to cough out blood and other things that have flooded your windpipe. But after you do that, you're good.
So someone's gonna walk into that office and find a missing statue, some magic stuff, and a puddle of blood.
A lot of blood.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like this has
Well, blame it on the doppelganger.
I feel like we have to all say, please do not attempt suicide.
Like there was a double ganger.
I can't propose with this sword.
Claw is
That's my
going
blood
to
on
write.
it.
It's the
Claw
only
is
bladed weapon I own. If I just hadn't had the sword, he'd have been like, slit your throat, and I'd be like, with what?
Paper!
I don't carry blades.
But there are books nearby, and that's one horrible way to go.
Like damn, this guy.
All right. So real quick,
Literally
let's
death
get,
by the thousand people.
one sec, Matt. Let's get everybody out of the tower so we can figure out what's happening. E, you wanted to do something in the office before you guys leave. What were you trying to do?
I've been trying to do things all this entire time.
I know.
haven't been
That's
able
why
to
I'm
play
giving
it.
you the space right now.
So everything I was stating before about Claw sending Mango to go get Effie, I guess is kind of null and void now, because he was going to try and have Mango quietly go get Effie originally, but that wasn't appeared because I couldn't say
all of
anything.
this has happened in about a 30-second time span. It's been like a lot of trying to handle one by one.
I know. But basically what Claw is doing right now is basically cure wounds on her, because I think Coup de Grace basically put her to basically 0, and she was going to choke herself over 0. And basically I'm healing up any of that damage with cure wounds that I can. And basically taking Lumilia and myself out of this moment, probably
so-
to take.
As far as healing goes, Lumilia physically is fine. The coup de grace is a special action that I did for just instant straight lethal damage. Mechanically, it wasn't, she got dealt 70 points of damage. It's mechanically she got, most of the time if somebody's trying to kill her, somebody tries to slit her throat, she moves to the slide and, it cuts like the side of her shoulder or something, takes 8 points of damage. But when she slits her own throat, she just kills herself. If that makes sense.
Okay.
So physically, Lumilia is fine with the healing that was done specifically to her trachea or her neck.
Okay.
Thanks,
If that's-
Rigola.
If that's the case, I will just kind of go, let's go Lumilia, let's go talk to Talia while they talk to Ammerian.
No, I want to go with Ammerian. If I get the chance to kill him, I'm taking it. I'm not saying that part out loud. I'm like, no, let's stick with the group. They might need support.
All right.
All right.
Does anybody want to do anything else in the tower? Because you guys aren't actively being pursued. So it's going to be a chance if Effie notices you guys.
I'm going to scribble a note that says help onto a paper and leave it in the office.
Okay.
Was it written in your blood?
No, but I'll tear out a page of my prayer book if I have to.
Claw is going to have basically leave Mango with the note.
Oh yeah, we just leave our pet snake in a note that says help. This is brilliant. Let's go.
All right. So you guys begin descending down the tower, and I have to constantly check what this man is capable of casting, because most of his spells... Well, I'm surprised each time I look at a spell that doesn't require a material component.
You'd be shocked.
I would say the majority of spells are actually mostly just verbal.
Verbal somatic. Alright. As you guys head down the stairwell, one of the passages that lead off to the upper floor, you are going to notice somebody who also notices you. And as you guys are walking, you are going to notice Effie is standing outside of Asuandria's door, with her hands in her pocket, waiting, and she's going to turn and look at the party and say, "Oh, there."
Well,
awkward.
My dad came to visit.
No, she doesn't know it's a liar. Respect the hell for here.
We can't catch a break today, okay?
we cannot.
Effie is
Amelia
going to
would blurt that out. She actually does say that.
Effie is going to say, Kaipeldon told me he was having NTS release you today. And he's going, Ammerian's going to nod and say, "Yep, he definitely did that." And she's going to look him over and say, "And the contingencies?"
Can I mental link her? Because I've got telepathy. And just go, he doesn't have the contingencies.
The guy
He's going to say, "Yep, and Tias casted them." You can mental link Effie, and Effie is going to enter initiative and say, "Step away from the kids." At which point, he is going to look around at you guys and say, "No, we're friends."
I mean, we want our questions answered. But also,
Kids, get in the hallway. He's dangerous.
We know that.
Oh, I know.
You have to calm him down.
Anderson's backing away. It's just like, you're both scary, and I don't want to get involved.
Ammerian begins casting a spell. Effie is gonna counterspell with the nat 20.
I would just, Brandon, can I basically do the Chris Pratt Jurassic Park thing?
I'm gonna cast Hold Person
I was like,
again.
we're friends. It's like, she's an
Yeah, it's like,
Whole person doesn't work
first
on
of all,
Effie.
Ammerian,
No,
stop.
I'm casting
Effie,
it on Ammerian.
stop.
I'm so glad we actually ran into her.
I actually
want
want to
a
blame.
person.
I want to blame. That was a lie, or is it because Jackal fucking darked on us?
Wait.
I mean, like, we still don't want to. We still don't want to. I don't know.
Why is this fight
who's are we
started?
playing here? Because I don't think we still want to let him out. And we're gonna get in trouble for that too. So I don't know. I feel like the safer bet is
Yeah, I want to help Effie.
Yeah, so him and Effie
I
have
don't want you to
entered
slit your throat
initiative. Lumilia, I'm letting you roll in the same round. You cast Hold Person. What is your spell save?
Spell save 15.
15? Okay, he rolled an 11. Let me look at the creature I based him off of. And it is a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Come on, brain. Think. Oh, Volos.
I don't know. I think this is the right decision. I mean, like, he's a known quote-unquote
I mean, you're not wrong.
I don't really want to be all buddy suddenly with the dude who just made me try to kill myself.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just doing what I think is the best.
Yeah,
way
no,
not
you're
to get
fine,
the party
Jackal. My
killed.
issue here is with Stradora.
+4. He rolls a 15. So he rolled an
rolled
11
an
plus.
11.
Yeah, he rolled an 11. +4 is a 15. He is attacking your save. So in terms of a tie, it goes to him.
What?
Wait, what? No, defenders always win.
Yeah, he's attacking the save. So he just met Lumilia's spell save DC. Lumilia's spell save DC is 15. He rolled a 15.
Oh, you're getting involved. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna let the I'm gonna let the big mages fight it out. I'm not gonna get involved.
He does not burn counterspell on you because he doesn't know what Effie's capable of. He has not had to tango with her before. Okay. We are in initiative order again. Lumilia, roll me initiative. Because you're in this. Alright. Effie is going to cast Anti-Mage as she steps forward and punches him in the face several times.
Interrupt.
She's going
You don't even
to...
need an intelligence score of more than 2 to cast that.
She is going to hit, and hit.
Oh, we should make some attack.
And she is going to... Good lord, lady. She's going to deal 12, 10, 20... hold on. 32 points of damage as she socks Ammerian several good times. After a moment, her fists begin to swirl. Her right with fire, her left one with her left one seems to be giving off frost. Her fists swirl with magic. Again, she repeats, kids, get into the hallway. Ammerian is going to say, well, I can see she taught you something. It is 15. It is Lumilia's initiative count before Ammerian moves.
Oh, I'm gonna enter initiative too.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna start backing towards the hallway and grab Suandri on the way and cast Death Ward on her.
Alright. It is, okay. Andrea will follow you into the hallway. He has rolled an 11 on initiative. Claude, did you enter initiative at 13?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Claw,
it is your turn.
Claw is going to step back, and then because they're face to face, Claw's putting it so that way Ammerian pushing the silence bubble back, so that way Effie isn't in the silence.
Silence doesn't move.
You can't move silence.
No, he's casting
Yeah,
silence.
he's casting silence.
Okay.
You said move. I heard move, and I was like, you can't move silence. My bad.
No, while moving, he's casting silence.
Okay.
And moving it back so that it is, Ammerian is in the silence zone while Effie is not.
Okay.
Like in a fist fight right now, I think they would both be in it.
No,
yeah, but I mean, he can put it on the backside. So Ammerian has to step forward if he wants to get out of it. Okay. So that is your turn. It is let's see, that's the 13. It's Ammerian's at the 11. You see him put up his hands as he gestures of just like his mouth moves. Oh, you have observant. He's gonna say, "Come on, kid, you're really busting my balls here." as
Good.
Claw's the only one who can see that too. It's just like, and he's just gonna mouth, "I know."
Oh, Claw, I'm so proud of you.
All right. With the way this corridor is set up, I'm going to say he doesn't have anywhere to move unless he moves forward into the room in order to get out of the silence. God. That said, let's go for a window check. I'm going to say there are windows lining one side of the stairwell. And when it spirals around to that side of the stairwell, then you guys are able to see that side. Or rather, you guys are able to see outside. There is a 20% chance. I'm going to say there's a 25% chance there is a window in dashable distance for him. 1 through 25, there is a window he can try and break and jump out of. And 26 through 100, there is not. 23. All right. Can't fight Effie. He runs.
Can I make a trip attack?
No, you have moved into the corridor.
Can I at least?
Who hasn't moved into the corridor?
You know what? Stradora and Sergey haven't told me they've stepped away from him.
No, we have not.
No.
Attack of opportunity?
I haven't
Okay.
even rolled initiative. It's not my turn yet.
So there is a window in dashable distance. I'm going to roll another die of if it's dashable or walkable distance. If it's walkable, he disengages. If it's dashable, he runs. Unfortunately, the stairwell is difficult terrain, and he can't just simply, sprint up and down stairs. I'm going to say it is a 45% chance it's in walkable distance. It unfortunately is not. He has to take the dash action. He takes the dash action. Do Sergey and Stradora take an attack of opportunity at him?
No.
Wait, basically shield bash him.
I don't have a weapon drawn. And I can't smite with my bare hands, so.
Sergey, I'm not going to let you do that. It is a feat in order to be able to shield bash on a...
Well, basically use my shield as like a battering ram. Like try to knock him off course.
He just wants to run.
It's still a feat to use your shield as a weapon.
Shit.
Stab him.
You know what? I'm gonna just stab him.
All right, give me an attack roll.
I hate this. I really.
I have most of my spell slots, it'll be fine.
Going in with the rapier.
All right.
I'm gonna miss.
He's unarmored and he's a caster. You hit.
What? Oh God!
I was about to say, you're fighting an unarmored caster. That's very good odds.
That
Roll
would
me
also
damage.
fit me, and I'm wearing armor.
Wait,
You
what?
have bad dex, then.
Yes, I do.
Thanks for pointing it out, Mom.
No.
That's the next.
I liked it better when she couldn't talk.
So did I.
All right, roll me damage.
Oh God. Okay.
No, just click the rapier.
Oh
and
God
that will-
damn it.
Yeah. 7. All right, he took 32 earlier. That's going to bring him to taking 39 points of damage that you guys are aware of. He is bloodied.
But does it interrupt his action?
No, it doesn't. He just dashes. He's going to dash.
Take the rapier with him.
And I'm going to roll one more check. The integrity of the window, if his momentum breaks it, or if he has to spend an action breaking it next turn.
Or
I
go
didn't set
with
the
them.
parameters. Let's see. This is a ornamental tower. Nobody would be foolish enough to attack Dila here. The windows are decorative stained glass. Low chance that they would stop his force. 1 through
God.
20... I'm going to say 1 through 23. The window doesn't break. 24 through... Good lord! Okay, 21. The window doesn't break. He runs, shoulders the window. Doesn't have the momentum running up the stairs. Looks back at Effie. Effie takes an attack of opportunity.
But is the rapier still in him? This is important to me.
Who's
No.
rapier? No, it isn't.
Mine!
He just got
Yeah.
stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Effie,
And
And I'm
lunge it at him.
basically being tugged along at this point.
No. Dang.
Effie takes
Damn.
a punch at him. She deals 7 points of bludgeoning and 6 points of fire damage, hitting him in his shoulder as he begins to run. That is his turn. That was the 11 count of initiative. Stradora, we're at the 2 count.
So he's just in front of a window because his.
Yeah, he's about to
Frail
break the
little-
window.
And how far away is he?
I will say he's 20 feet up the stairwell. You have to dash to get there. The stairwell is difficult terrain.
Is it too late to join initiative, or
Go for it.
Wait, didn't you roll?
No,
he
I
did
didn't.
not.
because I was like, I'm not going to get in the way of two, like, you know.
If you
archmages
if you
fighting.
roll in that one, you can go after Stradora. Otherwise, you'll go in the next round of initiative.
Actually, if he rolled in that 1, he still have to go the next round of initiative. He has the higher dex than I do.
All right. Stradora, what do you do?
Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. Well,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say compel duel.
I'm gonna dash up.
Let me break that window for you. The silent stone zone still extends up here, by the way.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna dash up there. I hate this because, like, I can't do anything if I dash.
You can throw
And
a
I
rock
can't
at the
talk!
window.
Because somebody put a silence bubble around me.
The silence
Cast
bubble.
your spells before you go into the silence bubble.
Oh, and I can't cast Compelled Duel because it's a verbal only.
No, cast. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say you can move out and then back in. Yeah, if you dash, you can do it. You can move out with your dash action, cast it as a bonus, and then run up the stairwell. Oh, wait, I think he needs to be able to hear you. Nope, he doesn't need to hear you. Do you want to do it or no?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna run up there and just give him, like, a disapproving look that just says, you know, you should really cut your losses and just stay put. You know, it's you know the look. It's the look I give every person in this party all the time.
All right. At which case, it is the top of the initiative round. You have beat Effie for initiative. Anderson, she's moving at the 16 count. You see her look up from where her fist, her second fist, slammed into the ground. She hit him once. He ran away. She's looking to pursue. What do you want to do? Stradora's at the window next to Ammerian.
I'd say, how far away am I from him?
He is 20 feet up he's 20 feet up a stairwell for you. It is difficult terrain. It would take 40 feet of movement to get there without dashing, which you might have as a barbarian.
I do have that. I have exactly 40 feet.
Okay, you can get in range.
would
Shador
say-
and him are having a wordless conversation at the window.
I will rage for my resistance, and I'm going to try to grapple him.
All right. Roll me a contested... Oh, we rolled a 17. Roll me a contested athletics check. I think you do have
I'm
advantage
raging
on
'cause I have
strength.
advantage, yeah.
On
I do.
strength saves. It's still a...
18. I beat him.
Well, he rolled a 17, and he does have a dex bonus. So...
I thought you said his total was 17.
No, he rolled a 17. I was just like, well, he loses this.
Oh,
so
Brandon,
he is
that's
going to
good.
beat you at a 19.
Brandon, that is, like, misleading.
I am sorry, but...
He did the same thing to me with Hold Person.
I look at the die, and then my brain does the math, if I need to do the math.
Do I? Nope, I think that's my whole turn. Alright.
Yeah.
No,
But now I'm
so the way grapple checks work, you take the attack action, and you substitute one of your attacks for a grapple check. You still have a second attack. You can do the
Cool.
same thing if you want with the second... Okay. Well,
Yes, I'm doing
all
the
right.
same thing.
Let's just... 4. Fantastic.
Cool.
He dodges out of the way and says, "Ha!" And he's grappled.
Just like,
How the hell did you do that?
barbarian.
I know.
Barbarian
That's what I imagine
bullshittery.
he's saying.
All right. You guys have one
Okay.
initiative if you're not going to kill
Oh, no.
or knock him out.
Oh no, I'm gonna hold him like a punching bag for just
Uh,
make it really easy for her.
He smiles in the face of Effie, who does not at all look amused at this. At which point she's going to look to the rest of the party and say, well, does Claw drop the... well, actually, she's going to need to gag him before he does anything. Percentage chance if she has anything to gag him with.
She can have
if
my coat.
Yeah, if Anderson...
I can just give her rope.
Yeah, if Anderson holds him, she shoves a washcloth in his mouth. Or just a cloth she has in his mouth. At which point, does Claw drop the silent zone?
Yes, once she's done that, he'll drop it so she can speak, because he's not gonna, deny Effie the ability to talk.
She's going to look at the rest of the party and say, God, he could have kidnapped you all or done worse. I'm so sorry.
There seems to have been a great lack of communication between higher-ups.
No, there was total communication. It's just incompetence.
She's going to say the final part of his release is he's supposed to cast a contingency on himself.
Yeah.
Well,
apparently they cast the person doing the contingencies didn't get that part. And cast it himself the way that he's supposed to.
Is Antias
Oh,
no
he's
longer
gone.
with us?
Oh no, he
She
left on his own.
She closes her eyes and says, Alright, another death that needs to be reported.
they went through a portal.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I think he cast it.
I think you said it was a gate spell.
Well, not. I mean, did he cast?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he was sucked into the contingencies?
I think so. I think it was a
that's
portal.
what that was.
Ah.
It was a portal, yeah.
Okay, Dila will be able to fetch him later. Whew. She exhales.
Slightly less paperwork to do.
At which point, Ammerian's going to say,
I can't translate that.
Oh, here, let me get
Leo's
that
gonna
out.
look at him and just go, I hate you now.
Here, let me take that out for you. I'm kidding, I'm not doing that.
she's going to say, there's a anti-magical zone in the basement I can keep them in for the night in the dungeons. Unfortunately, I don't have the magics or the capabilities without acquiring some scrolls for the types of spells Dila uses to keep him in line.
Fantastic. Our night is completely wasted.
She's going to shake her head and say, well, in the zone, he won't be nearly as dangerous, provided you don't let him get inside your head. I have a few minutes before my business inside the city. I can supervise for you since Antias is on the other side of the plant, or on the other side of the world right now.
I
Wait,
mean,
where
I
is
guess
he?
An option?
that's an option. We can see if he'll answer our questions or give us a runaround.
Yeah.
He'll probably give us the runaround.
Yeah, give us a runaround, but I mean,
Fair enough.
total waste?
Someone remind me why we can't kill him?
Because then his soul goes to the bridge.
I could call
That's
it back.
too good.
You,
That's
you
too
can't
good
call
for him.
unwilling. You can't call unwilling souls back from the dead. And look at him. Look at him. Does
Fair.
like the Will Smith.
He
The
clearly won't.
gatekeeper's not letting this bad boy out.
Okay.
He says,
Always put my hand over Lamelia's shoulder. Don't worry, I was willing to do it for you as well.
I was magically compelled to kill you.
Now I'm doing it because I feel like it.
Either
I was
way,
magically compelled to kill
let's-
myself, glares at Ammerian. You ruined my oath blade.
He's going to shrug and say,
That's the thing you're concerned about. Like,
I mean, what's
almost
more
killed
romantic?
you.
What's more romantic than an oath blade being used to kill the person giving it to the other person?
Anything.
it being made for that individual.
I mean, you also got it from a group of creepy forgers, so like.
Either way, let's go, Effie, before.
All right. Effie is going to have you guys, or is going to have Anderson take him downstairs to the dungeons, and Dila's dungeons. So the first thing that's going to concern you guys as you get down here.
Well, it's going to be a little late. He's grabbing his snake.
Below the tower, there are several tunnels that connect here. Lining these tunnels into the darkness and extending out through your guys' dark vision, there are dozens of marble statues here. The tunnels connect underneath the tower, forming a 5-point cross section, I suppose. Heading down the one immediately to the south, it leads to a line of cells, and in these cells you can see there are different magical inscriptions on the ground, cut into the stone. Some of them are glowing. The one that he is brought into is not, as Effie throws him into the cell and is going to, or has Anderson throw him into the cell, and is going to close and lock the white bars. As she does, he's going to pull the gag out of his mouth. If Anderson, complies and throws him in.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to exhale and say, "Well, can't blame a man for trying." She's going to...
I can?
Pinch her nose and say, "Your lack of morals is what got you down here." He's going to say, "It's a risk assessment. Worst thing that happens, I'm petrified. Second worst thing that happens, my soul finally gets to go to Providence. Third, I'm free."
I don't know, buddy. Judging by what I saw in that room, I mean, yeah, cool, thanks for the help with the sword. I'm pretty sure you're wandering the bridge for eternity until Hellhound eats you. Ooh, actually, you're going on the boat.
Oh. At which point he's going to say, "Yeah, you kids stick around long enough. I wouldn't be surprised if one of you ends up down here with me." They always start
not
off
me.
young, don't they? He looks at Effie.
Oh, I don't work for Dila. It's a family policy.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, your first assumption was that we were actually working with Dila with Rona, which is, I mean.
Oh god, Ammerian and Roman would get together along great just because of that one thing.
Wait. He looks to Lumilia, and he's gonna say, "Oh, kid, by the way, nothing personal. Didn't want you dead, but..."
Nothing personnel, kid.
Everything
Nothing
personal. I will personally make sure that your soul never reaches Providence.
I like her. He points to Lumilia.
I hate you.
Right, she switched. Wait, she switched to the Chantry of Concordance, but there's still a lot of discipline in those planes.
As I slowly switch my holy symbol out for Soyesa. I wear one above my clothes and one under my clothes, so I can switch them as needed.
But yeah, anyways, no, I don't work for deal. That's not how I choose to live my life.
Anyway, questions. Let's just get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's Ayondale?
He's going to say, and she still hasn't remembered that?
Yeah, well, I haven't had a chance to ask Deela any of these questions because she's putting out fires in Galkin, which is kind of like,
Also,
which, you know, putting out fires in Galkin might as well be like an idiom for I went, you know, gazing at the sun in the morning.
also, you know, like we said, we're not working for her.
Also, yeah, not working for Deela, family policy.
It's like,
you
God,
know.
you're really stupid, aren't you?
Yeah.
He's going to say, whoa. No need to do name calling now. Come on.
We said it like twice now.
Yeah, like,
He's
seriously.
going to say, when we met the Dorai, there was about 12 of them. And the World Walker was there too. Ayondel,
That's a Mira, isn't it?
he nods.
Sorry, that was to God, but...
Oh, yeah. Yes. Amira is known as the World Walker, is one of her titles. And he's going to say, Ayondel was there. Good friends with Deela. They both came with the idea humanity needed guidance. Well, I had different ideas of what that guidance was.
Yeah, I have reason to believe that's absolutely true, given, you know, one of them is the overbearing surrogate mother for an entire nation, and the other one leads a demon cult.
God, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Actually, why is it the daughters? Like, did they not specifically?
Actually, no, that's a good question. You know, why isn't it like Sisters of Genduai or, you know, cool gal pals of Genduai? Like, why daughters
Lesbians of
specifically?
Genduai.
Why? You know, also, why are there no sons of Genduai? Why is it...
He's going to tilt his head at that and say, from what I remember, Gendwai did have a son. Weird fellow that lad was. I saw him in briefest glances. Whatever happened to him?
Well, what's his name? What's the son of Genduai?
He was Calgarin, Calfear.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why we care. He
Wait,
was
what?
broken up into like 22 individual pieces, 3 of which have been infused in people on our mortal plane. Points at Osandria. She's got one of them.
There are whispers of him everywhere. Son of Kargog. You know, I knew
Oh
the
wow,
guy.
I didn't know Kelfir was that attached to the lineage. Anyway, sorry.
And he shrugs and says, at least that's what some people say.
Now it all starts to make sense.
Did you ever, or I guess, I don't know. Did you want to say something first, or?
Well, I was gonna say, okay, now it makes sense. So if Calfir is the son of Genduai, whatever, then they're the daughters of Genduai because they're all part of his marriage circle. Which probably explains, like, their entire cult setup. They're daughters because they're married in.
He's going to... God, does he chuckle? Let's roll him a charisma save. He's going to laugh at it, at that, and he is going to say, no.
I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
And he's going to say, whatever happened with the Calgarans, Yondel didn't take too kindly to it. Started and started recruiting, saying our way of life, what we saw, what our eyes were open to, was wrong. Took it upon herself to free her followers from the lust for power, and they began lusting after something else. I don't understand a lot of what's on the bridge and what goes on there, but he nods and says, I tangled with a couple of her early recruits, students of Dila's that left. He shakes his head, even killed one or two. Saw them back, walking the world a week later. That's when I knew I had to go a little bit further before the corruption spread. And Effie's gonna say, and a little further is what landed you in a petrification prison for all of eternity.
I'm gonna be really rude right now, like turns to Effie. You eat people's souls.
She's going to nod and say, yeah, but you think if I had the choice in this matter, I would? Whenever I can, I go to the Darkened Vale and try and rest there.
Speaking of which, hungry? Gestures at Ammerian.
Oh,
She's not
I've
gonna
asked
do that.
before. He's gonna say, last time I saw you, you were about 70 years younger. How's the back, old lady? She bears fangs.
Okay.
I mean,
Does
my
the
aunt does
3,000
same
does the 3,000-year-old asshole really have room to make fun of people's age?
I mean, I guess when it comes to an immortal,
He's
Trying
gonna
to die at this point.
look at you all and count and say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of you, 1 of me. I'd like to think I'm pretty spry.
I'm just going to make a comment. It's like, you just want to die, don't you?
Most of us
Yeah,
aren't
of course
even
he wants to
adults.
die.
I mean, he would be released from
Okay, so you're vaguely aware of Calfir Calgaran. Have you ever heard of the Forest Witch, or a grumbling monstrosity untethered by the fabric of reality?
Yeah?
He's going to say, yeah, there were whispers of the Alien Forest, but she's after my time. I've heard stories from the few moments I've been able to go out.
Do you know... I mean, so you talked about it in apocalyptic and almost mythological terms, but do you know what caused the destruction of Ammerian?
He already answered that.
Yeah, in vague and mythological and apocalyptic terms. I wasn't sure if the nuts and bolts had ever been established.
He's going to say, look, my Ammerian was very different from your Ammerian.
I'm going to just lean down and like, are you sure about that?
He is going to nod and say, there was a refounding of the kingdom. Let's see, he'll roll a history check. How much has he... Oh, he's had time to read. I mean, he's got 3,000 years, one day every 50 years, so... Oh, I can actually do the math on how many days he's had since then. Here we go.
About 60.
Yeah. Alright, so, oof. Well, that's about a month of time, and each time he's got to get a flash forward on history. So I'm going to give him a history check, but I'm going to say whatever he rolls, he gets half of the value on it. He's going to say, look, I've seen a book. I've seen what you all refer to Ammerian as Ammerian, and I'm telling you, that ain't it. That was the scraps put back together.
I guess here's another. Did you ever encounter a mage named Martlin?
We'll roll a history check.
In
on that.
Ammerian.
He's going to. Well, here we go. A percentage die. He's going to say. Counselor to the Mage Lord? I heard of him. Never met him.
I want to insight that. Like, I feel like he's not letting on as much as he knows.
No, I think maybe there's a disconnect where he thinks we're too young to know how his Ammerian, even though I think we do know his Ammerian.
Yeah, no,
go ahead
it's
and roll me an
Ammerian.
insight check.
I did, although I didn't mean to roll that with advantage.
Okay, I'll just take the first roll.
The first one's the better one, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not unlikely that this guy had some run-in, or I'm sorry, it's not unlikely that this guy didn't have any run-ins with Martlin. You're not really sure what his place in society was as far as Emmeren's, but Martlin was in the Calgaran Royal Academy, and, you know, friends with essentially the Crown Prince. If anything, they were in much, much different social circles. You get the feeling that he's telling the truth.
Alright.
So how did you survive this apocalypse?
He's gonna think on it for a second and say, well, see that that's still a thing. He's going to gesture his hand out and say, I need paper, parchment.
Looks at Effie to deem if that's acceptable.
She'll roll
No,
a history
I pull out
check.
a piece of pad. I'm like, no, I'll write it down for you. You have to say it.
I mean, he's in an anti-magic
He's-
chamber. What's he gonna do?
Yeah,
You could write a scroll and use it later.
he's going to speak. And he is going to wait. Let's roll another check here. He's going to speak and say, okay, I'll spell it out.
Alright. Give me a second to actually pull out. I'm just going to look at him like, really, mate?
He is going to shake his head and say, curse of the soul. Seems like it even works in this thing.
Wait, so did you make a deal with the devil?
He's going to shake his head and then gesture for you to keep going.
Me to
A
keep
demon?
going?
Let's see. I have to think on how close this gets to the terms of his contract. So I've got to... he is going to say, no, I did not make a deal with a devil.
But not the devil.
Did you make a deal with multiple devils? A specific devil?
Well,
He opens his mouth and says,
Yes.
Do I have to name the devil? I do ask that. It's like, is that what you're trying to get me to do, is to say its name? Because I don't know if I know its name.
he's going to shake his head and say, look, part of
Just give him the parchment.
it's part of the name a spell. But you cannot say.
He's going to say part of the deal was that time in history would be lost.
The shattering.
Oh God.
It was right. The lost shattering. You made a deal with. Oh gosh, is it not devils? Is it like?
Is it Calfear?
Because Estes' history lesson indicated that like Amira, the gatekeeper, and I think somebody else broke up Calfear, so maybe it wasn't fiends.
He is going to say, no, you were...
Oh, I was closer before with the fiend thing?
Yes, he is unable to talk. He tries, but his mouth won't bring him to move. Or the mouth
can't talk.
won't produce sound as he tries to force it out. That said, he's going to say, is this why you all are looking into the Lost Shattering? I can assure you the daughters of Gendawai ain't got nothing to do
We're juggling a lot of
you're
places here.
chasing.
Let me explain. So, the big guy, points at Anderson, is partially bonded to a soul by a man named Martlin. I don't know if it's the same Martlin that hung out with your Mage Lord, but let's assume it is. He is attached to him because he hung out with Calfear Calgaren. Portions of Calfear Calgaren's soul, which is apparently a dark commodity, have been brought into the material world. They're bonded to the wife of a professor, a person we don't know, and points at Osandria. Osandria was more or less authored by the Daughters of Gendawai. That's the best way I can phrase it. Like, she was otherwise conceived as you would expect normally, but was cursed by her grandmother with this spirit, and is now the lovely woman that you see before you nowadays. Which is part of this connection, right? The whole ancient Ammerian thing and Daughters of Gendawai. On 4 days, on 10th day, the Daughters of Gendawai are going to basically poison every major water system in Ililnagai for reasons I don't quite understand. They've already once attacked the Ardorian castle and kidnapped their sage and one of the members of their high council because she, Anna Ostel, is a devil.
He's going to turn his stare towards Asuandria, and then to Lamilia and say, looks like I had the wrong one.
Lamilia's going to step out of the room.
Yeah, he looks to Strador and says, did they ever tell you why?
Why
Dila?
what?
Why Dila petrified me?
Nope.
No, they keep talking about you like you're some kind of terrible criminal and terrible person. And to be frank, you are. But like in a, I probably wouldn't hang out with you if you weren't a statue kind of way. But not in a deserves to be a statue all the time thing.
He nods and says, well, we didn't have, he gestures at Effie, back then. Once I realized,
Girls?
Terra.
Oh.
Once I realized I couldn't kill those two, at least meaningfully.
You destroyed their spirits.
Oh, I didn't just destroy them. I controlled them. Their minds, and I made them use Ryecraft over and over and over and over again until their souls shattered, broke, and dissolved. I was the only one willing to do what needed to be done to stop a plague before it spread.
That's really hardcore. Also, it didn't work, because it's here.
Well, I got petrified before I could finish the rest of them. So excuse me. He points to Asuandria and says, if they want her, you know what you need to do.
I am not going to destroy, dissolve, otherwise harm the soul on her in her little body.
He's going to chuckle and say, you don't work with Dila, but I'm sure she'd love you. Naive.
It's called love.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Well, you know what? Does Anderson and Sergey say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Asuandria is going to say, it might be. Excuse you.
so I was right.
Oh, also Andrea, you're so cute.
At which point, Ammerian is going to shrug and say, at one point or another, you all realize I'm right.
I can realize you're right while you're buried.
See, I don't know what they want. You know, you can talk about your gallows. If that's what she wants, you just have to get rid of the, you know, if that's what they want, get rid of what they want. But I also know that there's I also don't know if she's the only one, or what they want, or if they could just make another one. Personal feelings aside.
Roll a history check. And he's gonna say, well, Ginduai hasn't been around since the kayak wars, at least from what I know, right? Nobody's seen or talked to him. Anything
As far as I
changed in the
know.
last couple years?
Wasn't Gendawai
do that
banished from our realm?
shrug.
Yeah, because Gendawai was out of character. Gendawai was basically yeeted out of our realm during the kayak wars because Dila used Earthfood's soul. Yeah, as far as I know, but what's his name? What is his name?
Was that Ilderon or is that something else?
Velrir?
Thank you. Belrear was escaping my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a-
he hasn't popped up since then, but Velrear spoke recently.
How much does he know about that? He'll raise an eyebrow and say, Jude's awake?
No,
Not entirely.
Ah.
We're not sure.
he just kind of like spoke in his sleep. But admittedly, he hasn't ever done that, so.
He's going to shake his head and say, oh, even back then, the daughters, when Gendawai roamed free, the daughters wanted something else. They had the chance to learn, explore, and understand things that weren't meant to be either of those three. He's going to shrug and say, fortunately, I've never been unlucky enough to visit the bridge myself. But
I could fix that.
You'll love the boat. You can say hi to my granddad.
there are things there that the gatekeeper keeps the gate shut on.
Yeah. Why the boat exists.
They became
Why you'll...
they became fascinated with the plane itself, disturbing the natural balance, the flow of souls. He shakes his head. I ended a few. before they had more chances, but when Dila learned of what I was doing, well, sometimes you wake up 100 years later and you're trying to atone for mistakes, you make a couple more, and then you're petrified.
Claw's going to... Can I have a more question? At least from what you know, is there any correlation to those that they try to recruit? Or is it just any woman that they think they can actually convince to join their circle?
Also, seriously, why only women? I mean, I know we're great, but
he's going to say, well, Yandel does as she pleases. When Dila and her split, it was pretty egregious. She took her circle and she grew it.
yeah, she did.
Actually, speaking of the circle, like the circle thing, what was the out of character? What was the question about the circle? Like, why is it only elves in circles? Or
No,
Well,
no.
I pointed that out, but that was more like tickling the brain kind of thing. I figured that the marriage circle thing is because it all started with a Dorai, so they just it's sort of like goes from there. Their cult setup are just Dorai marriage circles.
Mhm. So, it's pretty much anybody that she feels that she could get use out of. Or if somebody in the group can.
You guys can roll me intelligence checks.
Sure.
Like, Claw's asking this with a very concerned, like... Come on, Claw, actually roll something decent.
I'm just gonna roll a history check because I don't have a bonus.
Yeah, I'll roll a history check
Oof.
too. Oh God.
might as well try.
Let's see. Oh,
Wait, I have Indomitable.
at
I don't really
that
use it
doesn't
on
work
this.
here.
No, wait, no, it's only on saving throws.
at
Wow.
I was like, I have Indomitable. No, you don't.
oh,
Dude,
at
You
as
said
as all of
history
you kind of scratch your head and think on this, what's his face? Ammerian's going to say, "You'll get it when you're older." Except for you, he points to Sergey and say, "You might never get it."
I like this guy.
I'm going to just simply hold my pad behind it. I'm going to flip him off.
Also, it's a
Not
sex
doing
thing,
real.
apparently. I don't
Do you
know.
think I could borrow your mom's Valkyr sword?
Anyways.
I'll hand you that blue contract, Amelia.
Also, for the
that's-
record, the Valkyr sword thing doesn't matter. Like, that man's soul is not escaping.
Right.
Valkyr would need more than a blue contract.
Damn.
Either way, I'm... Never mind.
I still
It's
wish you could tell
fine.
things about the Lost Shattering, even though you're bound by some kind of mystical force.
He's gonna say, you know, I it was an interesting time, old Ammerian. Land of beauty. That's all he says, unfortunately.
Oh, that sounded like he was going to continue.
There's
Yeah,
not
that's-
much he can say that steps on, the bindings of his contract.
I don't suppose like mental link and directly to his brain, but
Or even just writing this down with... No, writing... this
probably
down.
not. It would. Gotta know
You
if the
could try a
solution
mental
was just
link,
write it on a
whatever.
piece of paper. That would be way too easy.
You know, he's a really... It's like, are you saying this out loud at all?
No, this is like in character talk, or not in character.
Out of character.
Player, out of character.
A mental link might work.
Well, I was gonna say, a mental link
wanna-
might work. He asked for pen and paper, right? He's
Yeah.
not, and he's a smart
I-
dude. Like, he's
Well-
very clearly a wizard. Like, that man knows his contract. It may very well be that, like, it's hyper specific about, like, speaking or his tongue. So if he communicates it via telepathy or
I would
through
say,
writing,
like-
it doesn't violate the rules because he never said anything.
I'm willing to try telepathy. I was gonna say, like, what if he tries to charm me? Oh wait, no, I'm immune to charm effects. What am I talking about? Yeah, sure, we can try the mental link, I guess.
If not, then I'll just hand him a paper.
Also, Evie did say, though, not to let him in your head, so...
Well, I mean, you know, what she doesn't know doesn't hurt her, but
If you
know.
try to cut
Maybe
your
I'll
own
let
throat,
you
I'll
know
knock
what
you
I'm
out.
doing. Like, I'll let Sidora know what I'm doing, in case, like, things go poorly.
Also, technically speaking, he's not in your head, you're in his.
I'm not
It's
laughing
like-
here with you.
It's like, or if you give
Yeah,
me like the
like
heads up, I'll be
me.
like, yeah, sure, fine, telepathy away. Maybe he can,
Can I make a reference that only Willow's gonna get?
yeah.
Pulls out Meat Cleaver and says, I would kindly like to ask you to never come here again.
Wow. I mean, I don't know the context for that, but that's still...
Don't get the reference, but fucking hell, that's good here. What's it from?
We were reading a book and a character was interrupting another character's dreams and torturing them in their dreams. And they reversed the spell so that they had full control over their dreams. And they started torturing the other person. Just like, get out of my
He was
dreams.
like all ready to torture her, and she's just like, okay, pulls a knife out of her pocket and stabs his hand.
What the?
Yes.
It was
Oh,
a
I
beautiful
love you
moment.
so much.
I
Okay.
But
You
anyway,
thought you got the reference, didn't you?
think I got the reference for a
You did
second.
not. I know what you think I'm referencing, and it's not that.
Okay.
The meat
so
cleaver is just a coincidence.
you want to make a mental link?
Yeah, I will make a mental link with him.
Okay. He is going to accept the mental link. What do you say?
Are you able to speak, you know, like this? Are you able to tell me?
He's says no into your mind. No, but listen here, kid. You bring me the key back to the cell at midnight when she goes out and they're all sleeping. I promise you, I'll find these daughters and have a half dozen dead by midnight. 24 souls destroyed by sunrise.
That is a very tempting offer for Anderson.
I would say it's just like, I know I should say no. However, I am actually of the opinion that you're right.
I'm just.
I think they pose too much of a threat and they can't be allowed to live. I'll see what I can do.
He shows no indication that Anderson's talking to him and responds, "All right, see you at nightfall." And he's going to speak
Like
up
through
and
the
say,
mental link?
"Well, yeah," he says that through the mental link, or midnight. And he's going to speak up and say, "Well, you guys have any other questions
Do I have any other questions?
before
Why does
Mama
your mustache
Dila
look so stupid?
happens? I might have, or my Mama Dila gets home. I can have one meal. Have the servants bring it down here." Effie will nod and say, "You get one, and then if she's not back, I buy a scroll to petrify you tomorrow." He nods. Does anyone have any other questions?
Do I have any other questions?
Why does your mustache look stupid?
Uncalled for.
He's gonna say, "I'll have you know, Dila tends to this me as a statue. I don't even have time to shave and look this great, but I do appreciate it."
Okay.
Out of character, I'm just glad you didn't bring up the whole "are you related to Kenneth" thing.
You related to Kenneth?
No, are you related to Claw? Was the
They look
question.
so similar.
It's like
I know they actually do.
related to Claw.
Why do you get a free day?
Yeah.
Just
Like-
like random question off the top of the head.
Well, yeah. It's like, why do you get a free day? Like, everybody talked about you in these like, terms like you're some kind of war criminal, and I guess you are. But I get where you're coming from, right? Sometimes to get the job done, you got to do things that are terrible. But like, why aren't you just a statue forever? Why are you even a statue? Like, why didn't she like turn you into a statue and then take a sledgehammer to you?
That's still an option.
He's going to point at Effie and say, "Oh, you haven't figured it out already?"
Yeah, I mean, I know
Yes.
the answer. Dila doesn't really do finality because she's too nice.
He's going to shake his head and say, "No, she always has one pet, one she loves above the rest. Throughout the centuries." I
Was that
the
you?
first.
Are you jealous? No, trust me, I know. Like, look, we could do the whole runaround. Dad
Effie
was one
is
of,
going to speak up and say, "I'm not a pet."
look,
Yeah, sure. You're grateful to her for saving your life or whatever.
Yeah, look, dude, I get it. My dad did the whole runaround like 16 years ago. Whatever, yay, you're on the second tier of Dila's favorites, and then she doesn't tell you that there's a Shatterer running around Ardor. It's whatever.
Effie, can I shove spices up his nose?
You know what? She's gonna consider it.
I have a spice pouch.
God, it's torture, and she's a good character.
Is she though?
He tried to kill me.
She's like chaotic neutral.
Yeah,
Or
Effie
waffle
is
neutral.
going to, like, look at you, look at him, bite her bottom lip.
It's like, I should
And-
say no. However,
Yeah, then say, "You know what? I really don't know how Dila holds back from killing you." No.
Has Dila killed anybody like ever?
Almost killed a knoll.
That's true. I was there for that. But is a Noah a person? Like really?
Fine.
He is going to bow and say, "Well, I thank you for your presence, and I hope that my wisdom has been wonderful guidance. And if I don't see you all by sunrise, know that it was a delight to spend my couple hours of freedom with you."
Yeah, look, you don't have to lie to my face.
Hi. Lamilia's mad if you hadn't noticed.
Oh, I heard it.
I think what now?
Before we go,
Why would she
Ammerian,
be mad?
I'm
are you
rewriting
able to
the
write
rules.
down your who employed you to that contract? Are you able to write down their name?
Yes, he's been asking for a pen and paper this entire
Okay,
time.
fine. I'm going to hand over pen and paper.
You fool. Now you can pick
I'm
the
gonna
lock.
tell him. I'm going to simply, before he grabs it, I'm going to pull it back under a few conditions.
Just
One,
give him a piece of fucking, like,
He's
charcoal.
not gonna be able to do anything, Sergey.
well,
I don't think he can make a magic scroll because I feel like that actually involves magic casting and he's in a dead zone.
It also takes a while.
yeah,
Yes.
and by the time we would know is he like.
We would notice like when it starts taking like a little over.
Yeah,
10
just
minutes.
don't leave it with him and we're fine.
Yeah.
If you
I want
offer the
paper
parchment,
back.
he's
I
going
want
to
hand him
take
a
it
single piece of parchment.
and start writing.
Does he just
He-
drop middle finger?
Nope. He writes PH and then begins scribbling allegedly on the page, and it's like, and he's gonna say, "Huh, look at that. Can't even do that."
Are you?
PH. Is that like
I know a way around this.
Thean?
He starts
You
snapping.
for Anirella.
Pianirella promised you so that way she would only gain all the knowledge because she was wanting all of it for herself. That's
He's
why
gonna
it's
say,
only...
"No, it's a title."
Oh.
Okay, good.
Did I know
don't
that? I
really
know that
worry
as a player. I
about
don't know if Stradora knows that.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm going
He's
to
going
say
to.
this.
He's
On
gonna
the
say,
back paper,
Thean,
you-
powerful.
It's a demon. It's not a devil's title, I'm pretty sure.
And
I'm going to tell him, alright, on the other side of the paper, continue writing the name, not the first
he
letter.
can't.
Damn.
He
I
can't.
figured,
Probably,
like,
he probably got as far as he did because it's just the title, and then...
damn, I was hoping, like, okay, section and out.
He-
Loophole.
Like,
No.
yeah, that was the thing. It was like, I feel like he got as far as he did, because essentially what he did was start saying Sky Queen, and then, like, the second,
Yeah.
like, the next, the significant, it's like, what, the current one's when Laura, like, the second you start drawing the W is when, like, the magic static hits your hand, and... Sophian something. An
I wanna ask
ancient,
if-
powerful demon.
Is there any way we can probably try break that contract? And unbind him from it.
He's going to shake his head and say, "No. Anyone who have made one, everybody's dead, except for a few of us."
Do you know the names of them?
Is Dila one of them?
He's going to nod and say, "She was on the southern coast of Ammerian."
Yeah, I mean, did, like, all of you make this pact? Was this pact forced upon you?
Whew. He is going to... Yeah, he's going to nod and say, "Yeah, the Lost Shattering, barely anybody got out of Ammerian alive. A few of us that did, we found ourselves in the fields of... Yeah, what do you call it these days? Ardor?
Yeah.
Can you explain why you made that deal?
Because he was forced to. He just said it.
No, like, what did you gain from it?
He was
From-
forced
He didn't
to.
die.
He's gonna shake his head and say, "Look, the Lost Shattering's been lost for a reason. You could go to sleep next to someone and they hear a voice, wake up and strangle you. People turned. The magic that we used, that we studied, became our enemy. It wasn't simply fight some force coming to conquer us. It was everything was death. Everything was dangerous. There was no safety to run to.
So you cut it off so that way nobody else could learn on how to do what you guys were doing.
He's going to think for a moment and say, let's see, what's he know about demonology? He's going to think for a second and say, look, there are components and things that make up a soul. Things that can be exchanged, things that can be rearranged, things that can be broken. Those of us that wanted to survive this, as we watched the souls of our as we watched the souls of those around us, the people we love, be warped and twisted, we gave away the elements that could be affected. It was the only way.
Okay.
At that, he's going to nod and say, well, I guess I'll just enjoy my last couple hours of thought. Get out of my sight. Y'all make me feel like a trapped bird.
You are.
Yeah, but I don't like feeling like it.
Sturridge gets up and flaps her wings and leaves. I do like the chicken dance.
I have a question. Is the key just like in an obvious spot, or?
Wait, do you say that in character or out of character?
Out of no,
Okay,
of
yeah.
course Anderson goes like, just question, where do you keep your keys
Roll-
and other...
Roll me a perception check as you guys are leaving.
Okay.
Let's see. There is so this is a normal dungeon down here. As you expect, there would be a area for a warden or somebody to watch over the people in these cells. A little back area where it kind of like serves as like an armory for any things that are taken, but nobody is manning it. Effie walks over to a desk, pulls out a small chest, and fiddles with it before placing the key back inside of it, and then
Okay.
just puts it back inside of the drawer of the desk as she continues walking back to the 5-way path. That said, there are echoes down here, and you hear the I guess soothing sound of like the emptiness. I guess there is not another soul in this tower, because again, it's kind of who would attack this place. There's not another soul in this bottom floor. There are people moving about the tower, servants cleaning it and tending to the few people who reside here. Andrea, Effie, the mage guards that live here, and maybe ever so often like there's a patrol down here, but there's nobody immediately manning the place. Effie, as she's walking you guys out, she's going to say, well, I've got an engagement in discipline. I've got an engagement in discipline walk. Unfortunately, these mandates are kind of crazy. Anyways, I got a contact to talk to about them. I've got some ideas and some theories. You kids get everything you needed?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, no, not really, but that's just because he's unhelpful.
Mm.
She's going to nod and say, well, you all take care of yourself tonight, and I hope your investigation into this matter yields something fruitful. It'd be a terrible shame if we had to sort out any poison released in the aqueducts. The system's a mess to clean. It's only happened once before in the time I can remember.
Do you know who did that?
She's gonna think about it and say, yeah, I do. I believe it was a guild raging against the Sky Queen's taxes at the time. It's about 75 years ago. A lot of people got sick, but all in all, the Sunyeth cleaned it up pretty well.
Mm.
Okay, then.
Somebody asked about the Forest Witch downstairs. Was that
I did.
Fedora?
Yes.
Effie's going to, as you guys are in the main lobby of the tower, she's going to tilt her head towards the doorway and say, Stradora, a moment.
Sure.
She's going to step aside with the group. She digs into her satchel and pulls out the mandates. She's going to point to two of them and say, you asked about the Forest Witch.
Yeah.
You know of her?
Yeah. I mean...
Do you know she's back?
Yeah. I was aware of this.
She gestures to Mandate 2 and Mandate 8. And say, look at these two. No Ilderon citizen who exists for every day shall be permitted to seek employment from the Sky Queen's contractors. The precedent that that constitutes every second day shall begin 22 years before the first recorded histories of the waking era and extend infinitely into the future.
Yeah.
The only being the world knows that is going to exist infinitely into the future is Dila. The only Ilderon citizen is Dila, but 22 years. That gives Dila a grace period of 1 year. And this 8th one, I don't think this is about Dila either.
Yeah, the any legal agreements. I can see how you would think it's about Dila.
She nods and says,
Fiance already made a joke about it.
Many a Sky Queen has been mad over the power and influence Dila holds within their country. But these aren't. These are very, very clearly pointing to...
the Forest Witch?
She nods.
It makes sense. She was trapped in that. She was in that forest for, 3 years?
She says, I think the Sky Queen's made a deal with her. I just want to give you a warning. I'm going to investigate it more, but...
Is it possible she didn't make a deal?
She's going to shrug and let's say, when I know more, I'll know more, but I just want you to know it might not be safe to mention these matters in larger circles until we understand more about it.
I'll try to keep quiet. I just asked about it because, well, I mean, if we're sharing information, from what we understand, Calfir Calgaren made the Forest Witch. Millis was like his nanny.
That is not information she has. She's gonna say, where'd you read that?
I'm gonna sound crazy, but I feel like I've already sounded pretty crazy with all of this. That spirit that's connected to Anderson gives him visions of his perceived past. So Martlin was a childhood friend of Calfir and presumably aided in the dark rituals used to make Millis into Millis.
She's gonna nod and say, the Forest Witch is a strange individual. Trades power for a curse. I've seen the results of her contracts before. They're torturous. I can only imagine what the Sky Queen's going through, and what she might be experiencing, and if so, then Lilia help us all.
Yeah, it's definitely something to keep track of, because if she's loony just from trauma, that's one thing. If she's loony because I don't know, exist simultaneously in all of her parallel futures. Like, that's not good. But also, given her anti-corruption tilt,
She's gonna stop you and say, "So your dad told you about that?"
no, what?
She shakes her head.
We're gonna have to have a talk later. Anyways, it's possible with her anti-corruption tilt that she's seen the dark side of those gifts firsthand. I mean, nobody else came out of that forest.
She nods and says, "I've been in the alien forests. It's a strange place."
Out of character, didn't she? Wasn't she there with Roman?
She was.
It's like, yeah, I know. You were there with Dad.
At which point she's gonna say, "Well, I'm going to investigate this further. It could be more concerning than the plot to poison the aqueducts."
I don't know. The plot poisoning about the aqueducts feels like, I get it that, like, you know, it's not the only thing happening in our lives, but a demon cult trying to poison all of our water feels like it's not getting the priority that, like, it should. I get, like, Dila's in Galkin, so she can't pivot, but is it because I'm a child? Is it?
She's going to shake her head and say, "No, of course not. You're an Ordeer in the Sunya. If anything, it's because I trust you."
It's just, it feels like it feels like I get taken seriously, like they don't think I'm lying, but like they think I'm exaggerating for reasons I don't understand. Like, 3 different, I had, like, in Dawkinsdale, in, where was I born?
Marbleport.
Marbleport, and in Sky's Reach. I can tell you, I have, like, documented suspicions about exactly how it's going to go down.
She's going to say, "Well, this is the thing. You can have the research in the moments, but these people," and she gestures again to the document, "these things, they happen in shadows. No matter what we try and say and what we try and prove, until we drag them into the light. Unfortunately, they're just suspicions." And she's gonna nod and say, "Look, I trust you, Stradora, what you're doing, and these, and the daughters of Ginduai. And if you find one, you bring them to me, and I won't be able to compel them into anything nefarious like Ammerian, but I can petrify a good lot of them."
I might have to take advantage of the grief of an elderly woman. Anyways, thanks, Effie. Don't do anything crazy.
She nods, rolls up the scroll, and is going to walk out the door. Oh,
We know
she
where one
stops.
is.
By the way, turns back and says, "Princess, I wanted to help you expand your spell book. I got an array of spells. They're in a chest in my room. Pick out whatever ones you want, and I can help you copy them into your spell book later." Aswandria is going to nod and say, she's gonna nod and say, "Are all of them mine?" She nods and says, Effie nods, and she's gonna say, "The ones I don't want, can I give them to my friends?" She shrugs. Walks out.
That good old demonic desire to be nice to us.
Awkward older sister vibes.
Haha. Don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but that's nice.
I mean, if they're warlocks, Phil, you could cast them. You could like throw a scroll in somebody's face and be like pocket sand, and then boom, wall of sand.
I mean, if she gives me a spell scroll, I'm just gonna be like, great. Wonderful.
Right? I mean, like I don't know what Kenneth would ever do.
What can I do with this?
And I was like,
I'm not that kind of rogue.
Thanks for thinking of me. I guess.
Oh. I'm gonna
Just
roll
hands you
something
pass
real
without
quick.
trace. It helps you be stealthy. Kenneth, thanks. Hands it to Claw.
Evens.
I'm really mad that that guy's still alive. But I know I can't kill him.
Petrify him. What's up, E?
Claw. Yeah, the evens he didn't do it, so he was going to ask basically if he could, if he wanted to like meet up sometime to just talk.
Well, she lives in the tower. You guys have a friend who also lives here.
Yeah.
Doth thou have a crush?
No, it's just actually more something
Yeah,
that
I
he
know.
feels
I
more
just like
comfortable
messing
with.
with you.
No, but that we said feel like something Sergey would say.
Oh,
Look. Sergey says a lot of awkward things out loud. I feel like that would work out.
I wasn't thinking that actually.
All right.
We'll ask.
Go ahead.
Aussie, I was working towards possibly trying to make a magical bond with Mango and was wondering if you wanted to help me work on that. You're the first person that came to my mind in terms of being able to help me out with possibly trying to make this better, as I'm not that skilled with magic, but I feel like it would be something fun we could do together.
Oswandria is going to nod at that and say, I could help you, or she is going to dig into her satchel and pull out a map of the city with a X on it. And a traveling group of performers. The circus is in town, and Discipline Reach.
Huh.
If you wanted to go, I could pay for our entry. Of course, not tonight.
Right. I'd honestly be fine with both if you really wanted to. Aussie.
I'm so
So-
proud.
And she's gonna nod and say, I was going to get us tickets, but they don't really have that concept here.
I think
What?
it's more of a pay at the door.
You'd think the bureaucracy would be like, yeah, have your stuff ready.
Now,
This is a little guy. Depending on exactly who offers it, it's probably paid with taxes. Because learning about animals is a public knowledge endeavor.
Place is weird.
It's bureaucracy, not efficiency.
We're all about knowledge and the spread of knowledge and learning.
Mm.
We talk out our problems. We don't hit people.
Except you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Why? It just makes
apparently.
things so much easier.
Yeah, well, my dad's a pugilist sailor from the Tide Gate. I'm like a little Nigean light.
What?
I honestly get that reference. It's and I think it's sad that I'm probably one of the few people who do.
You are.
Do you mean like light soda?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Got
don't
it.
know how that.
I
would work
wasn't.
for you, but
I
alright.
wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where we were lost in that sentence because I also used the word pugilist. So
Oh no, that's not
I
fair.
was-
Basically, it went over my head. Like,
I was thinking of the word light, not Lite.
No, I was thinking like a Diet Coke. I was like,
yes,
I don't drink soda. It's not
That's-
really my default.
Fair
that's
enough.
fair. That's fair.
I mean, you could have tea light.
I don't drink tea.
Oh, you're a lost cause.
Yeah,
How
no
dare you.
doubt.
Hey,
Anyways.
no one's a lost cause
Um,
except Sergey at this point.
So, Brandon, where are we now? Like, are we still with Effie, like, in the Heroes Tower?
Well,
She
after
has
this
left.
Or-
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
are at the base of the tower.
Say, what time of day is it
To
right now?
yeah, to the.
It's old lady o'clock. That's what it is.
Say that again.
It's old lady o'clock.
Oh, old
That's what
lady
it is.
o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is
okay.
evening. It is
Here in
nightfall. The sun is
George.
down.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. This has been on my mind since I heard about it this morning. This old lady is probably gonna be a resource we can use to access the aqueduct.
I was thinking that she's an access because we could go talk to the lady sending all these assassins over there and politely. And when I say politely, so we're all clear, I mean I'm going to hit her in the kneecaps repeatedly.
Mm-hmm,
Talk
Make
about
sure-
who her investors are,
Mhm,
and then
mhm.
I go and break their kneecaps. And by break their kneecaps, I mean literally what I just said.
I don't think there's any like metaphor here. I think
And we just work our way up the ladder, slowly building it with people's legs that I've snapped off violently.
My idea was more like, getting into the aqueduct, see if they already have a way in there, and just, I don't know, remove people where there's, no one that can say we have to pay for them.
Oh yeah, I mean, we might need a dumping ground for all these legs I'm breaking.
Both sound fun, but I kind of want to stay in.
Still got some of the bloodlust in
Karen
me.
doesn't go anywhere.
I honestly should.
Oh, he's not going to go anywhere. He's in the bottom of a dungeon nobody ever wants to invade. Unless, like, I don't know, one of us is considering letting him out.
Why?
I don't know. Some of us are dumb. Anderson, what do you say in your head?
I knew this was coming. I just haven't thought of a proper response yet.
We're all going to look at you as we're waiting for an answer.
Anderson.
Are you gonna tell the party or not?
Yeah.
You
Are
gave
going-
Anderson's a charismatic guy. Give me that deception check. You got this. I believe in you.
I would say like, he did his best, and then like he asked me a little bit about Martland.
Do I have to insight?
Awkward smile.
Yeah.
I'm totally going to
If you
invite
have
that.
reason to not trust Anderson, there might have been more.
I mean, Anderson has never told a lie.
It's a little odd because it's player
In
to
the
player
whole
and stuff,
campaign,
but he
this is
rolled.
the first lie I've ever told.
I feel like when you roll under a 10,
And
that's
somehow
when you
you
start
failed.
to show it, right? Like,
I mean, not Sedora, but
Like,
I trust him.
I just feel like he's not telling
although
the
I do
whole
feel like
truth.
Sedora would know if anything, because like Sedora is my best friend.
Yeah. You guys are going to get the feeling there was probably more. It might be uncomfortable for Anderson to talk about.
Oh, we're going to make him talk.
Anderson, did he insult you?
You didn't.
It's okay. You did great in that fight.
look, I'm just gonna let you know a few things. Right off, like, since everybody all of your friends are here,
And we won't
Everybody.
judge you.
Sergey, Claw, Kenneth, Alessandria, Lumilia, all your friends. He threatened Alessandria, indirectly. He told me I should kill her, indirectly. So if you let him out, and he makes a move
So
on my girlfriend,
let's just say hypothetically,
I will send you piece by piece to your dad.
Well, like, listen, I would never put Osteoandria in harm's way, purposefully. Hypothetically, let's just say we all agree. We all agree that the Daughters of Genduai are an issue.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But ripping apart their souls is morally wrong, and we could never do that.
No, I could.
I could.
I could.
I asked Corwin forever ago.
And I was
Yeah, but
willing
I
to
want
allow
to-
to
I
burn
want
a blue
to
contract.
We couldn't
Well, I was
do that all
Oh,
of
no,
us.
no, no.
Yeah,
Killing
yeah,
and
yeah.
ripping apart someone's
I-
soul is two entirely different things.
I want to
Hold
note real quick before this goes on. Officer Andrew is there, and she's nodding along with like each thing Anderson's saying of like, yeah, and then when everybody's like, I can, she's like, oh, just kind of looking at. Just
yeah,
like,
that's a
yeah, we
Ilderon
could
order.
never.
You're the guy with
Yeah,
the blue
yeah,
contract who's kept it all this time is wanting to use the
Okay.
blue contract.
It's okay.
So
Tearing apart his soul does not fall under the blue contract anymore. That is the worst thing that you could do to a
the worst
person.
crime you
I was
could
about
ever
to say,
commit.
the blue contract covers the part where I kill him, not the part where
I'm
I
gonna-
make him.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like,
jump in
I'm
again, guys. Real
burn
quick.
that contract for this guy.
Real quick,
Says something.
guys,
That.
one sec. E was saying something in roleplay. E, what was Claw saying?
Claw was going to state, Stradora's, is that your commander, or what was,
Captain, right?
order captain?
Yeah, order captain.
Stradora's order captain threatened me that if I even suggested ripping apart his soul, suggested what I thought was the best way to deal with the Daughters of Genduai when we first heard about them, I was going to be sent inside of the internal hell prison and basically be turned into a warforged. Do you think I wouldn't consider it? I
I'm so
hadn't already considered it.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. It's like, we can't do that. However, an already known terrorist who made an escape attempt because, someone's really incompetent here.
Yeah, his name is
Okay.
Kaipeldon Calgaren.
Just so happened, through incompetence, he got out. I'm
Are
just
you
saying,
suggesting we let him escape so he can deal with the Daughters of Genduai in an immoral way that we would be unwilling to do ourselves?
a bit. Yes.
Look, I do not condone, I do not support, endorse any of this. Okay? Like, you're your own person. You're a big boy. You can do whatever you want, okay? I'm just gonna tell you, there are consequences for your actions. And if your actions lead to things that I'm not okay with, piece by piece, package by bloody package. It's a good thing your dad makes clothes, because if he wants to bury you properly, he'll have to stitch you together.
I mean,
They're getting like actually like scared. Like
Good.
well, but I would not. I don't.
Officer
I
Andrew
mean,
is
but
gonna
they're
speak up.
actively going after her, though. I'm just saying, maybe these two evils can kind of take each other out just a bit, and if things go poorly, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh,
we
you'll
are
cross
not
that
crossing
bridge.
that bridge. We are when we get there. We're crossing it now.
Right into Providence.
Yes, Austin, what were you trying to say?
She's just gonna speak up and say, I think that was a tough front. I don't think he'd really hurt me, especially if he deals with them. And there's no reason to.
Andrea, I'd like to point out one thing. He has shown that he's very okay with killing anyone.
I would say, like,
Case in point, gestures at neck.
She's going to nod and say, yeah, you're right.
I mean,
I-
I'm kind of on board with this plan, because it would mean Corwin dies, and he's not locked up here where I can't kill him.
Get to Corwin.
or, hey, dangerous criminals unleashed, maybe too dangerous to capture alive?
I'm
We
pretty
don't
sure part
have-
of his
This is my this is now me, changing the focus to see if I can get you, more on board with this plan.
I'm somewhat on board with this plan.
piece
I
by piece.
We might need that blue contract for me to be able to get this wild spirit.
I have to
Second-
reattune to Stormbreak.
I mean, I don't think the blue contract is going to apply to.
Soul tearing, murdering criminal? No.
Yeah, no, that's why I stated blue contract for the. Because I don't feel like paying for those people for that wild spirit. I don't like any of them. And Shadora, I wish I could have beaten that guy up with you all. I just wanted to get the information beforehand. Sorry.
I need to get a different sword.
What's wrong with your cutlass?
I'm not proposing with a sword that I tried to use to take my own life.
Yeah, but I mean, you were magically compelled.
Want to switch
Yeah,
swords?
that just ruins the whole meaning of it. It's not going to be romantic anymore. I'll look at her holding it and just remember, oh yeah, that time I was forced to stab myself.
Well, that's fair. I mean, we could probably sell that though for a pretty penny. That's a magically infused sword.
Yeah.
And it charms people. So it already bargains for itself.
I'm just going to say, want to switch swords, Lamelia?
No.
Worth a shot.
Ooh, do you want to trade? You can have mine.
Sure, that'll make my god happy. I did.
Alexandria is already self-conscious
destroy it,
because
didn't I?
this thing's pretty tacky, even though, I don't care.
Oh wait, you mean that sword?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have 3, but I'm not giving you Stormbreak.
Yeah, never mind. I misunderstood. No, I don't want your sword. I'd take
Okay.
Stormbreak because I think I promised to destroy it. I don't remember.
I know you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen.
I
hope Galesong doesn't still watch me. I don't think he does.
Galesong doesn't watch anybody that would require him to be an on top of it dad of the world.
He used to watch me. Before I worshipped him.
And funny enough, like the moment you acknowledged him as as your dad, he stopped watching you.
Well, no, it's kind of convenient.
When
Yeah,
he's
you
really,
think-
really on brand.
Him and Miran would probably get along, right? Because isn't that what Galesong was doing? Was violently hunting down Daughters of Gendawai members?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
they use that magic rock, right? There's like a whole
Yeah.
magical countenance, like there's like a magical item. Do you think Ammerian knew that? I bet you he wouldn't even have to like rend their souls from their bodies if he knew that they had like a magic key.
Basically
Good
break
point.
the stone. I say break the stone. Either make this, if it's an attunement thing,
We should have. Oh man, that could be great. Maybe we should put him under the care of Galesong. That way he has a babysitter and we could torment Galesong.
Some hells are special.
And some else are special. That is
And they could
definitely
just hunt down Daughters of Gendawai members together. They make the world a better place. Nobody
Yeah.
really wins.
So that's their new buddy cop drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm imagining Falcon and the Winter Soldier just like, what you gonna do, old man? You're the old man! Hey, I'm only 1,000, you're 3,000.
I'm only 3 times your age.
Just
I'm
listen
5.
here.
It's funny too because like Imran is the Winter Soldier. He gets woken up every so often.
Accidental. Lumilia, by the way, while all of this is happening, you get a sending.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It is loud, imagine it in all capitals as a voice screams in your head. And you are aware of the sender, and it's, by the goddess's fading light, take off your bridge damn take your bridge damn necklaces off. If I have to spend another day fighting off knights, there'll be no levy to... it's from Corwin.
I can't get a break!
Is Amelia just breaking down right now?
Amelia just bursts into tears as we're walking. All the people I want to kill and can't are all talking to me.
I don't know how to console you in this
I'm
moment.
gonna do the sending back just crying.
Cry emoji, cry emoji, cry emoji. 25 cry emojis.
Frustrated crying.
I would like you to know I'm not picking on you. I rolled a die.
I know you're not, Brandon. I know.
She
Man,
tried to
Corwin
scry.
So
Corwin never sends me messages. Why does nobody like me?
Corwin doesn't hate
Is
your
it because
entire
I'm mean?
family.
She tried to scry on 2 members of the party, and I rolled random dice on who she selected, and then she sent another random member a sending of like, oh my fucking god!
You know, that's kind of terrifying, right? Because there's like a 33% chance, I think, that she could have screwed on somebody she could then teleport to. We could be having this conversation about, you know, the Gale Song Ammerian buddy cop thing, and then boom, here's a Corwin.
I mean, I'm not wearing an anti-scrying necklace. So
She doesn't know who has them and who doesn't. She
Yeah.
can't-
Are you not wearing one? We have a spare, don't we?
Yeah, we still have a spare. I still got it.
I'll go with it by accident.
I don't think I have one. I think I'm like the
No.
only one.
Yeah, 2
Oh.
members of the party don't have one.
Yeah, like, I just have it. I have the spare, but like it's not.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
think
ginger or
it's
anything.
Sergey and Anderson who don't have one.
Yeah.
And me.
Yeah, and you gave yours to Talia.
And it's a good thing Corwin has no idea who I am.
Yep.
She's met you before.
She's met me. She doesn't know my name.
She doesn't really care about him.
I think she could still
Yeah, I agree.
scry you. It's just you have a higher DC.
Right.
So the party, as you guys are having this conversation, Lumilia cries.
I'm just like basically just hug, like just try it. I'm just like give her head pats, like whatever it is.
She's frustrated that she can't commit murder.
Claw's gonna pat her on the back and just like, what's wrong now?
I want them to die!
Hi.
I have a feeling this is somebody other than who we were just talking to.
Well, him too, but now Corwin's bothering me again.
Oh, that's right. That's a thing we still have to deal with.
Oh.
What does she want?
I don't know.
Well, what did she say to you?
She wants us to take off the necklaces.
Well, yes, that's so she can teleport towards us. That's not a thing I'm okay with.
No, that's definitely not an okay thing.
If we can't let Ammerian out, can we just take the daughters of Gendui to him?
Yeah, well, it'd be pretty, you know, I think it'd be pretty awkward to lead a group of like, you know, 15 women into Tila's tower.
It doesn't
It'd be a big flex, though.
I mean,
Alright.
we're really testing the limits of what deal is okay with.
Also, I mean, outside of the fact that we have Lysandria, who, you know, is like some kind of weird idol for them, do you think these guys could, you know, convince more than 2 women to ever talk to them?
Who said we
Wait
don't
a
pick them
minute.
off one by one?
Yeah. I just... There's too much going on.
I mean, hey, we pick off a few before they notice. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, you know what we could do? One of us could take off our necklaces and we just all stand in a circle, and then when Corwin pops up, we just kick her a bunch.
That would be fun.
Or, that's actually not too far-fetched. Remember, didn't Effie state if...
I mean, we'd have to like stand weird and stuff, make it look like we're not prepared for that because she could scry on us. But you get the idea.
Right, but we could also let Effie be nearby as well. So that way we have an archmage of ourselves. And
Yeah, I'm really sad that Corwin's message got cut off. Like, is she gonna waste another spell slot to finish that?
Is she gonna waste another spell slot to respond to the crying teenager?
You know what?
No, I feel like that's appropriate. Take off the necklace. I swear to God, I'll shove your head in soup if you don't.
Like,
Rip off your arms, and then I'll beat you to death with your arms.
Sergey, for a small bit of reference, the last time I met Corwin, she tried to drown me in soup, and then I crushed her skull.
After Galesong stabbed her.
Damn!
After Galesong stabbed her. I lost the fight on my own. I just finished the
It was
job.
actually really anticlimactic, to be honest, because really, like, that fight was real one-sided, and Galzlong just one-shotted her.
Well, Gilsong's a god. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
I know, but Corwin's also kind of like feels like a boss character, you know? So it's just like, bam, he just handles it, and I'm like, wow.
Well,
He
there
had
was
to take-
also like a high, or very powerful demon there too
Oh yeah, there was a demon in the
that
pantry.
left him and
I forgot
Raina
about
scarred
the
for
demon in the
days.
pantry.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that it wasn't a hard fight for him. It was just anticlimactic because, like, the Corwin part was just like, okay, done. Now I have to handle the real threat. And you have to also remember, I was once in a like 7-turn fight with Galesong where we fought Alis. So, anyways, by relative rules, Alis is stronger than Corwin.
But basically,
Bertolf women for life.
Lumilia hates Corwin more than anyone except possibly Ammerian now.
Which is
the
impressive
list keeps
because
growing.
I have a written down hit list, and I've put Ammerian at number 1 for now, but they're tied for 1 and 2. Donaganya is solid at 3rd.
I have
Okay,
plans for
fair.
Donaganya.
Reina
I want to
gets
know how far on that list I am.
It's
Right,
funny
right.
that they're all made out of people that are either difficult or that she can't kill.
Yeah, well, if she wants them dead, they're already dead unless they can't be killed.
Amir definitely earned that spot because of the whole magically compelling you to kill yourself thing, but otherwise he's just a dick.
Yeah, that's all it needs them.
I mean,
Corwin's got the whole stuff that she did with my sister
Maria.
and me and everything, but like Ammerian, I met him and without any other things going on, he's just like, kill yourself.
Anyways, okay, so we have to go talk to Ladera and, I don't know, take off our necklaces and
Which
convince
one was my
Corwin to
birthday?
come down for a fight.
God, I'm not high on that list.
I also want to try and.
Aussie, you want to lightning bolt Corwin? See, this could be a fun night.
don't-
Oh
therapeutic.
gosh, how does Ostrander is real neutral about Corwin? She's gonna say, I mean, it's really awful she tried to kill Lumilia. Out of all the people who hate us, she's the nicest one.
That's
I'd really
fair,
rather
actually.
kill Danaganya first.
Honestly, darling, I'm gonna say this once. If she shows up here, you lightning bolt her.
She's gonna nod and say, well, I'm learning more than just lightning bolt. But yes.
You're welcome.
I
Well,
won't
if you know other
hesitate to
things, you
fight
could
her.
do. You could do other things.
Like things that kill her.
So
I
didn't
haven't had a chance to talk to you about what you've learned in class today. So
didn't she also, almost murder your dad?
Oh yeah, she's right. I forgot
in
about
Corwin's
the other thing.
defense, Aura orchestrated a plot that stripped away her mind for 12 years. So like, I don't know. Tying him to a tree and gouging out his eyes feels excessive, but at the same time, is it? It is.
I'll
It haunts
see a
me. It haunts
therapist.
me to this day. I can't actually look at Osandria's.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Y'all need to see a specialist about that.
She's going to shrug and say, I don't know. On one hand, yeah, it is kind of awful. On the other hand, to have somebody just go into your mind and change you from being you. I understand the rage.
Right. Like, yeah, that image will haunt me forever. But I guess I can see where she's coming from.
I am filled with overwhelming.
Also, I still want to hold that, like, the whole soup thing. That's mostly Maria's fault.
I've
Ostrandra,
made my peace, Maria.
yeah, Ostrandra is going to shake her head and say, yeah, have no doubt. I won't hesitate when it comes to act a Corwin. I just wish it wouldn't come. I just wish our paths wouldn't cross ever again.
Well, that's going to be a problem given the whole, you're a near mythological figure in their weird religion. Which is cool.
Have you considered just making use of that? Maybe you could just tell them to stop.
Yeah, the problem, though, is we don't know exactly where she sits in the mythos. She could be revered like a god or as some kind of sacrifice. Just a very cherished sacrifice.
That makes sense.
Tell them to stop. So Andrea is going to think for a moment and say, I didn't think of that.
I mean, we are trying to put logic and reason into crazy cultists, so I mean, it's reasonable that you wouldn't think.
Try to tell them to stop, weaponizing your existence might be a way for us to learn, well, what they want from you.
She's gonna
What
nod.
they get from poisoning all the water?
And say, I don't know. I think I could find them. What if my voice works on them just as it does for the Shattered?
I doubt it. To be perfectly honest, I feel like your effect on them is more reverence than magical magical bewitchment. You know, like how people occasionally get all bowy and like helpful when you mention you're the princess of Arter Sarai?
Remember how
Like
people
that, but
were
you know, for a
yelling?
different role.
She'll nod and say, well, in either case, I think that's a course worth pursuing.
You know, that whole thing about moving up the chain via violent attacks to people's knees, we could try that less violently and more like, hi, this is, your, adorable demon spawn that your religion is centered on.
No, this is a Luna guy. You said people talk their problems out here. They're smarter, they're more reasonable. Corwin was Ardorian. I'm sure whatever Ilunagian branch of this circle exists, they'd definitely be more willing to listen to reason than vengeance.
I don't know if we can.
I really doubt that.
I don't know if we can attribute any cultural traits to them, given the fact that they're a demon cult that operates internationally along the lines of elven marriage customs.
I did also once point out, I think she did mention.
But I'm not an
that she was
anthropologist.
a patient.
Besides, my point was we don't have to react violently. We could just be like, hi, we like Genduai, and see where that takes us.
So what all do we need to get done in the next couple of days? We
have to go help Ladera because she's still auctioning off her stuff so she can go into hiding. And then we have like 4 apocalypses we have to contain. You have to get married, and
At this point, I might just have to delay the wedding.
There's a lot to do.
Claw wants to.
yeah, depending on when your family's gonna arrive, that might be irresponsible because what are they gonna drink?
Yeah.
Claw,
So we've got to help Ladera with her auction. We've got to get Claw's wild spirit.
Wait, what did Corwin tell you exactly?
She yelled about taking off the scrying things and something about a levy. I don't know. I was frustrated. I don't remember now.
I'm okay. I wonder why she mentioned levies. Are there dams in Arter?
There are some. Arter's built in Riverlands.
Oh, and something about fighting knights.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, right. I tipped Reyna off about where Corwin was.
that's right.
I wonder how that's going.
I wonder how many families don't have fathers anymore.
Well, now I wish I'd gone myself. I
Or mothers.
right before.
There
but
are women in the
I
knights.
now.
Just like, I wonder which families don't have fathers anymore. Crap.
Do you guys want to give me a direction and we can end here for the night?
Probably to Ladera's.
yeah.
Unless, I don't know, we're going to go with the take our necklace off and fight Corwin in the streets plan.
No, I'm not doing that.
All
I
right.
feel like that is the worst idea.
I love on how that's a random boss fight just with Lumilia using one spell of sending it just like,
There's just
alright, come
There's just
fight
this
us.
pop-up in the corner of our screen constantly that just says, engage Corwin boss fight, yes.
No.
There's no option, there's no X, it's just, you just have
Alright.
to push it to the side and play the game.
Final question for the evening. Jackal, as the party starts heading out to Ladera's house, do you linger behind to give Ammerian the key?
I don't think he did. I was planning on coming back. Originally. I don't know.
Well, would you even be allowed back in?
I mean,
We'll be with Ladera.
It wasn't really guarded.
Well, you get to decide now instead.
Yeah, hold on. God, I'm on the fence about this own idea. Actually, here, I think I've got a coin. I'm gonna coin toss.
Oh God.
I love big game-changing decisions made.
All right. Heads or tails? We free him. Think. Tail? Who said tails?
Me. Tails is free him.
All right. I'm gonna linger behind a bit.
Oh no!
All right. We'll
This'll
pick up
be-
here next session.
Guys, we have so much to do.
It's fine. It'll be fine. All right. Let's do experience for the session. Ammerian is a dangerous, amoral person who does what needs to be done, as he likes to put it. You guys did get some meaningful information from him. I will give you guys something your characters didn't put together. Ammerian made a lot of references about splits, circles, close friends, etc. And only an interest in females. And he said your characters will get it when they're older. Very, very potentially, Dila and this lady, whoever it was, were once a item.
I
way back when.
really wanted to ask that question, but it felt crass even for Strador.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, that's.
So
Yeah.
anyway, she's your ex-girlfriend? No.
3,000 years ago, hard to remember that, especially when you also lost a good portion of your memories from that time. Yes, Ammerian has only lived 60 days since then. And it's probably up to like about 100 of, he's probably had to do some emergency stuff with Dila. But doing that math tonight is just like, wow, this man's had like less than a year of time since 3,000 years ago. It's crazy.
I was like, the one free day is just like, I don't know, is that their date night? Every 50 years, date night?
No, Ammerian and Dila weren't an item. Yandel and Dila were once an item. Yeah. Ammerian was her first adopted son, essentially. Let's see, what else was important for story stuff tonight? We got 2 major ticks of story experience. I guess I give you guys experience for technically defeating Ammerian in combat.
Quote unquote.
I mean, it was a 2-stage boss fight. We had to.
Did we? I mean, I felt like we kind of stalled it out, and then
Hey.
I don't know.
It
I
was-
guess
it
what we
literally
learned is that
was a
Anderson
coup de
plays
grace.
both sides. I guess, or
He
more
could've-
specifically, like Anderson cannot commit to a decision.
There is also something else that was revealed tonight that I think is kind of important, I guess. When you guys...
The lost shattering is lost isn't so much lost as hidden because a demon made a deal with like an entire continent.
No, that's not new information. Anadelia told you guys she buried the lost shattering intentionally. You guys asked her
I was
about it
gonna say-
before, and she
I was gonna
just
say
like,
with
no.
Effie, with Effie's basically monk-style magic.
No, that's also a known quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't.
but I'll
You,
give
you
you guys-
didn't spend an entire campaign fighting alongside Effie, so
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
give
that's
you
fair.
guys minor experience for that, because that is really good information to have spelled out as far as like the lost shattering. No, you guys asked about the goals of the daughters. They said, what did they say? What did they say? Or what did Imran say? You guys asked what are their goals, and the fact that they existed when Jinduai could walk the world, and when Jinduai can't walk the world, maybe their goals extend beyond him. And Imran said there are things in the bridge that the gatekeeper keeps the gate closed on, and they don't think that that's right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Are we
it's the
gonna get to
person
talk
on the
about the
roof.
creepy lady that stands above the ceiling of the universe?
They don't think there should be a gate into Ilderon.
Are we going to talk about?
Oh
the
yeah,
world
I kind of know about that.
beyond
Alis and I
Providence?
kind of talked about it a bit, but that's a different character in a different world who's dead now.
Yeah. So that's 4 ticks of major experience. Willow, you said something?
Nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
No,
honestly
no,
didn't hear
that's
you.
more frustration that I remembered. I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Oh, okay. All right. So 1 tick of minor, 4 ticks of major. Oh no, 3 ticks of major, 1 tick of minor, and 2 things of 1 thing of combat experience. Plus 375. And how much was this guy worth to you all? Ammerian was a CR 9 creature.
And I guess like he didn't have a focus, and we did have the turn economy advantage.
Yeah. But you still get experience for defeating him for what he was worth. The EXP threshold is for what I should throw at you guys. All right. Or wait, I need to divide that by 8 because Effie participated. Okay, so the total experience for tonight is going to be a total of 3,250 experience for tonight's session. And I feel like that is well, I don't know. Maybe this isn't the end of the Ammerian chapter. I didn't plan
It
for him
might
to
not
be.
be.
Yeah, I didn't plan for him to be a major character in your guys' story. This
Well, who's
kind
to
of
say
has
what-
I'm
just
going to him
happened.
to come back eventually.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe you guys will see more of him, depending on Anderson's decisions. All right. Thank you guys for playing tonight, and our next session will be on the 24th of April, and I'm going to end the broadcast here. Thank you,
How much
everybody
was
who
our
watched.
experience?
3,250. Oh, I guess some people should get inspiration. I think there was a lot of really good roleplay tonight from everybody. Do you guys want additional experience, or do you want me to pick out my 2 favorite moments and grant inspiration?
I
I'm
don't
curious
mind
what
like
your
everyone
favorite
getting
moments are.
XP.
I want you to pick
Anderson,
your favorite.
Jackal, your opinion is actually ruled out on this. Not out of rudeness, but because I've asked before and you made a suggestion, I went with your suggestion without listening to the rest of the party. So just out of fairness, this time I'm going to take everybody else's opinion. I reviewed a session forever ago and I asked a question and Jackal's like, "Oh, we should do it like this." It's like, "Great, let's do it like that." And
I can't
Oh.
remember what session, but yeah, you
remember.
basically did this
that
exact
actually
thing.
happen?
Yeah,
I mean, I
it was
didn't
like
mean to. That
No,
was
no,
just
yeah,
my opinion of it.
no, yeah, because
yeah,
here's
I
the
wasn't
equivalent,
thinking
right?
either. So I'm just
The
being fair
equivalent
now.
is Brandon was like, "Where should we get dinner?" Like to all of us, and you just immediately shouted Taco Bell, and he's like, "Okay, we're getting Taco Bell." And
Taco Bell,
anybody
it's
else,
in
like the
this
sheer
world.
fact somebody actually could answer the question, "What do you want to eat?" was just enough.
I just remember thinking, I can't remember what session it was, but I saw it
wanna say that
about
was
2 weeks
early
ago.
on.
I distinctly recall
And-
that exact moment, right?
Yeah, and
But
I was just
can't
like,
tell
are
you
my
what
brain cells
session.
even functioning? Like, what am I doing? So
So-
anyways, Rob said inspiration moment, so I'm going to go with that out of fairness for tonight.
I like.
We went with the second option.
I like how we just talked about how Jackal's opinion is moot because I just snap went to his suggestion. So this time I'm snap going to Rob.
Okay,
I said
I'll
that
give
I
I'll
had
give everybody an
inspiration
input.
too.
Okay. Ramon.
I mean, I really don't care. You can
Matt
go either
or
way.
yeah, or E. Do you guys have an opinion? I'll be diplomatic in this. There we go.
Inspiration.
All right.
Yeah.
Majority has it, minus Jackal. I'm kidding.
I mean,
Okay, so
Jackal's
let me
opinion
think
is
real
that
quick.
Jackal doesn't care.
I really liked Lumilia crying. I really liked Stradora. Her passion for her girlfriend and harm not coming to her. Gosh. I also really like Anderson just being Durfee Anderson. Where it's just like don't let him get into your mind. By the way, hey, I have a question for you. Okay, about that question, how about you free me? How about I free you?
Just like, don't let him into your mind. How about you free me?
I
Well, I mean, you have a good point.
I can't make the decision, so I'm gonna roll a d4 on those. 1 Lumilia, 2 Stradora, 3 Anderson. 1 Lumilia, evens Anderson, odds Stradora. Odds. Okay. Stradora.
Sat quiet again.
Yay!
Do you want normal inspiration or do you want me to roll?
I still wish I knew what inspiration I had.
If you can't remember, tack it as normal.
Cool, we'll tag it as normal and then roll this one for me.
Okay.
So,
Lumilia, do you want me to roll? Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Oh no, that's the wrong macro. That's the player's macro.
Daphne.
It's like, wait a second.
Wait,
You're-
what the?
Brandon, is there something you're not telling us?
Your inspiration is Daphne
Daphne.
just shows up. He's like, hey, I'm here on
Daphne
vacation.
girl.
I have a question that I should have asked a year ago.
Hit me.
What does normal inspiration do?
advantage.
You can
Oh,
use
cool.
it one time when you don't have advantage on a check to give yourself advantage when you roll a d.
I will take normal and get
Okay.
rid of one of my 15 feet of movement speed.
Oh my god, this 15 feet of movement speed though is gonna be so dope.
Yeah, tonight if only
And also-
Stradora had.
Alright, if
15
I had-
movement.
If I had 15 feet of movement, I could have been the one grappling him. I was so prepared to jump out of that window after him.
Oh,
I
same
have
here.
Also,
I was
Like,
so
I was
prepared to
willing
live
to
my,
basically
live
kill
my
off Durfee
dream.
at that moment.
All right, so next session on the 24th, I'm going to hang out a little bit after this, and I'm ending the broadcast. Thank you everybody for watching. Bye.